Springman after just 2 seasons as the head coach. He had been an assistant coach when they had their Sweet 16 run, but parting ways after 2 seasons as the head coach at Oral Roberts. Yesterday in the quarterfinals, Omaha held off Kansas City, a late charge for the Roos, 70-61, and St. Thomas was all over Denver last night, 80-62. That sets up tonight's quarterfinal matchup, South Dakota against North Dakota State, and then North Dakota will play South Dakota State. The winner of this game plays tomorrow night at 7 o'clock against the Omaha Mavericks. The winner of our night game tonight, South Dakota State and North Dakota, will play St. Thomas tomorrow night in a game that will start about 25-30 minutes after semifinal number 1. The 2 winners will play 8 o'clock Sunday night in the Summit League Championship for a right to represent the league in the NCAA tournament. Now, if St. Thomas were to win the tournament, they're not eligible to go to the NCAA tournament yet. They're still in their probationary period, so it would default to Omaha because they were the top seed in the Summit League this season. So we'll see how things play out for all of that, but obviously the Coyotes hoping they have a say in who goes to the NCAA tournament. But that's a look at the brackets and where we're at in the Summit League as we get set for quarterfinal matchup, South Dakota and North Dakota State. Coming up next, we'll tell you what you need to know for tonight's matchup between the Yotes and the Bison. That's on the way. This is South Dakota Coyote basketball from Learfield.
DeKalb Farmers, call Central Farmers Cooperative. They have everything you need for your farming needs, offering products, services, market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum, serving 12 communities in the surrounding Yankton area. Competitive prices on your DeKalb as-grow needs. Central Farmers Cooperative is your one-stop farming shop. Give Chris Rutledge a call today at 605-263-3105.
For over 40 years, your local heating and cooling contractor has been Larry's Heating and Cooling. How did they stay in business that long? The customers know they stand behind their work. They offer top quality name brand equipment, and no one matches Larry's pricing when compared to the other local Lennox dealers based in Iowa. Larry's is up to $2,000 less for the same equipment. Not a Larry's customer? When you're ready to upgrade, trust Larry's. Honest prices, no gimmicks, and reliable service. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
Fitness has changed. There's no longer a need for a gym membership to access quality instructors and equipment. This is Ken at Ace Bike and Fitness, and we have the equipment you need for the best workout. Ellipticals, treadmills, rowing machines, and bikes, including the Schwinn indoor cycling bike that's a fraction of the price of the other brands. With Ace Bike and Fitness, we service what we sell, so you'll get our support even after you leave the store. Visit Ace Bike and Fitness today.
For your car, danger lurks everywhere, from the runaway shopping cart in the grocery store lot to the text message that someone had to read. No matter where your accident happens, Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford will fix it. We deal with the insurance people, fix your car to pre-accident condition, and get you back on the road as fast as possible. So if you get in an accident, remember Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford.
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Remember the Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermilion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermilion.
Summit League Tournament quarterfinal night. It's game number 1 of the Summit League Tournament for South Dakota for what we hope is a 3-game stretch for the Yotes. Tonight they take on North Dakota State. The Coyotes are 18-13 on the year. They went 9-7 in the Summit League. The Bison went 10-6 in league play. They're 21-10 overall. North Dakota State has won both of its neutral site matchups here on the season. South Dakota has not played a neutral site game this year. Everything was either a home game or a true road game for the Yotes this year, so no neutral site contest. Obviously, the Coyotes went 14-2 at home. Not as good on the road. It did get better in league play, but challenges certainly on the road for South Dakota, so we'll see what happens here today on this neutral site matchup. Take a look at these two teams. For South Dakota, they're averaging 85 points a game and giving up 83. The Bison give up 79 points a game. They shoot the ball and score about 77 points per contest. Coyotes are making 45% from the field, while NDSU is 43% from the field. South Dakota and North Dakota State both about 32% three-point shooting teams. So who's going to work the ball inside and be able to get some of those shots might be the difference in this game. We'll see, unless one of these teams can get hot from the three-point line here today as well. Coyotes and Bison both 71% from the free throw line. Both get 12 assists per game, and both get about 36 rebounds per contest. So it's a very, very even matchup on paper, despite the Bison leading this series 2-0 on the year. Now, obviously, I mentioned this earlier. Part of our health report is that Jackson Money and Jakari White are both out. Brendan Watkins also out for NDSU. Jakari White, he is it appears to be a cast on his right hand. And Jackson Money, he's not only casted up, but he has his right arm in a sling as well. So those are two very key players for NDSU. When you look at Jakari White averaging 17 points a game, shooting the ball at 40% from the three-point line, and Jackson Money is averaging 20 points and 6 rebounds per contest on the year. So North Dakota State will have to get it going without those two guys. Who's going to fill in for those two guys? Derek Doucette did a good job against South Dakota in the first meeting, or in the second meeting between these two in Fargo, where he came off of the bench and got 8 offensive rebounds. He's going to have to be critical again here today. The other guys that are going to have to play well for NDSU today, guys like Mason Miller, did not shoot the ball well against the Yotes in Fargo last week. However, he is a very, very good three-point shooter. He's been one of the leaders from around the country much of the season, so a player that can certainly get it done. We'll see how he plays here today. And the other one, to Javis Miller, is a really good player for NDSU. He's had a lot of success against the Yotes this season, and we'll see how he can continue to play here for the Bison today in this matchup. That'll be important for him to play at a high level, and they're going to need everybody involved. Noah Federson, who gets 8.6 rebounds a game, he's going to have another big game. He had a double-double against the Yotes the first time around. And you're just going to have to see other guys. Andy Stefanowicz is going to have to step up and play really well. Jeremiah Burke, they're going to have to get a contributor from somebody who has not been much of a contributor this season. That will keep NDSU in this matchup. Now, South Dakota, on the other hand, it's had 3 consistent pieces this year. It has been Chase Forte, Trey Bullock, Isaac Bruns. Those 3 have been the main go-to guys. Isaac is getting 14 points a game. Chase at 17, and Dre is 12.5 points per contest. Both are shooting the ball, or all 3 are shooting the ball really, really well. All are 46% or better from the field. So those 3 guys, it really starts there. Also, I think this is going to be an important game for the guys inside. Ashton Smith and Mayum Bohm. We've seen them limited at times, but North Dakota State is going to try to force South Dakota to play bigger, I think, in a matchup like this with missing a couple of their key players. So how does South Dakota counter with their bigs on the inside might be an important piece of how this game plays out here today. So we're going to have to get a team effort. South Dakota believes it can win the Summit League tournament, and it gets to get started here in game number 1 with North Dakota State. So it should be a fun one here today. Can the Coyotes take advantage of North Dakota State missing some key pieces? Can North Dakota State find a way to game plan something that would flip this thing in their favor? They're trying to sweep the Yotes in their 3 matchups here on the season. South Dakota would love its first win of the season against NDSU and propel itself into the semifinals against Omaha tomorrow night. We'll have tip-off coming up here shortly. Before that, though, coming up next, head coach Eric Peterson stops by. We'll talk to him about tonight's matchup between the Coyotes and the Bison. That's coming up next. This is South Dakota Coyote Basketball from Learfield.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. and service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Walmart.com/everymoment to find a plan right for you.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Whether you're building a backyard fence for your family's new best friend or firing up the excavator for your next commercial project, a free and simple call can save you from expensive fines and even save your life. Call 811 at least 2 days before you start your next project to have underground utility lines located and marked. At Mid-American Energy, your safety is our #1 priority. So, make it your priority to call 811 before you dig. Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Endless sports action is waiting for you all on one app. Subscribe to Midco Sports Plus now and stay plugged in to your favorite fandom. Unlock live game coverage of the teams, rivalries, and games you want to watch. Plus, find exclusive content from the most popular conferences in the Midwest, including the Summit League and the CCHA. It's all waiting for you on the Midco Sports Plus app. See everything you can stream at midcosportsplus.com.
Want to turn your idea into a reality? That's just what we'll do at Mart Brothers Construction. We offer a wide variety of services for all your home and commercial construction needs, specializing in roofing and custom homes. Mart Brothers guarantees satisfaction and offers builder financing. If you need time to sell your house in order to build, let Mart Brothers get started on a new one, and you can buy it when complete. Have roofing needs? Call on the Coyotes preferred contractor and let us help bring your ideas to life.
Wow, everyone beat me to the basement.
I got the couch. Beanbag chair.
Homes are a wonderful place to gather. They can also be a great source of equity.
Honey, it's pretty hot upstairs.
Equity you could use for a home improvement project.
Maybe we could finally install air conditioning?
Or we just eat more ice cream. Yay! For whatever you need in life, a home equity line of credit from First Interstate Bank can help bring it all home. Learn more at firstinterstate.com/HELOC. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back in the Coyote Basketball pregame show as South Dakota is set to take on North Dakota State in the Summit League Tournament quarterfinals. Winner goes on to the semifinals tomorrow night. We're joined by the head coach of the Coyotes, Eric Peterson. This conversation brought to you by Bud Light. Coach, it has been a few days. It's been a while since we've said that, since your team has played, right? The seasons just go game after game after game, but the guys pretty much played a week ago. What has the last week looked like as you prepare for this tournament?
We've practiced hard. We have to. Our style of play, we can't go a week without doing anything. So we've had some really hard practices. Yesterday was very light, but still some full court stuff. And the day before, like some short bursts of playing 5-on-5, because you can't show up to a tournament and not press like we do. So it's been a little bit of managing our bodies, but also shocking our bodies a little bit, because that's what it's going to take to win this first game. And we've talked a lot about, the goal is obviously to cut down the nets, but you can't do it without going 1-0 today.
The concern for people who look at the press says, well, how can you do that for 3 straight days? Do you have to monitor that on day number 1, or does it all go just like we have and we'll figure out the bodies as we go?
We'll figure it out. I think we have a really good recovery and a mobility plan afterwards. We have a cryotherapy place. We have guys getting IVs at that place just to get us recovered a lot faster. And I know some other teams are going to go 3 games in 4 days or whatever. Big deal, right? Everyone's going to be tired. Everyone's going to be sore. There's certain teams you're looking at guys warming up with a back thing on that's vibrating while they warm up. Everybody's at the same point. I would just say we do it every single day, right? We practice 3 times in a row. We played 3 games in a row in Italy, right? And the third game was our best game. We played 3 games in 5 days to start the year. So I think we've set up our schedule to do it. And I think we have really tough guys that once you get to the championship game, if we're lucky enough to do that, I think it's just all adrenaline. It's all emotion, right? And the toughest team will win. They'll find a way to dig deep. And, I'm an exercise physiology guy, and it's like, whenever your body thinks you're tired, you actually have like 50% more in the tank, right? You just got to push through that mentally, and we got some really tough dudes.
The opponent is North Dakota State, 0-2 against them this year. The first game did not go well at all at home. The second game, I know you felt like, and I think a lot of these guys felt like they had opportunities and maybe should have won that game up in Fargo. Lost it by 4 points, but a really tightly contested game.
Yeah, first game at home, we were embarrassed on our home floor, and I thought we'd play better at their place because of the way they embarrassed us on our home floor. And, got some news before the game that one of their best players was out, and I think we thought it was going to be easy. And, still had a chance. They went on, I think, a 12-4 run to end the game. They ended the first half very well. They went on a run to end the first half, and then a monster run to end the second half. And we had some really good looks, like wide open threes. In the last 2 minutes, we just missed them, and they made shots, right? And that's the difference. But it's a neutral location. It's a tournament now, and losing twice, I think we really evaluated where we've been weak and some points in the press that we've been weak, and we've been working all week to fix those.
Somewhat unique situation. You're one of the few teams, especially in this league, that hasn't played a neutral site game yet this year. Everything's either been home or a true road game. How does that factor into anything, or does it just being up the road from Vermilion?
Honestly, I haven't even thought about it till you just brought it up. I hope it feels like a home game, right? The arena maybe feels just a little bit bigger than Omaha. We played there a couple weeks ago. But, I'm just hoping we have a lot of red in the crowd, and it feels like a home game, right? It should when you're playing the game in Sioux Falls, and, I hope we have a great crowd.
Obviously, you've got a lot of players who have played in this setting. There's a couple of key players who are playing in this conference tournament for the first time. Emotions can get a little higher this time of year because it's winter, go home. How do you get those emotions high, but keep them leveled off so we're not making some of those mistakes that turn into points the other way? Yeah, last year I felt like there was a lot of guys just looking around like, wow, what a cool tournament. And it's like, okay, we got to get over that and play. And we were not very good in the first round. And, this year we have 6 seniors, and I think that really helps. And I just spoke to them after film like, hey, it's about you guys, and it's about you keeping our team level-headed on the floor. There's going to be a lot of people in the stands, so I can't communicate everything, right? It's got to be tight huddles. We got to pick each other up. We got to keep each other focused, and that's one good feeling going into a tournament like this, having so many seniors. When you have one senior last year, it's not a great feeling, right? So our leadership has to be great, and our seniors really have to pick us up. Seniors are a big part of this next thing, but it seems like this team is more confident than we've had a team here in a while, at least the last several years. And this team believes it can win the whole thing. What, in your opinion, has allowed them to build that confidence and that belief this year? I think they're really confident in what we're doing with the press stuff. We let them play really free on offense, so there's not a lot of thinking going on, right? It's making it chaotic and making reads on offense. And we always say when you don't have to think, your legs aren't slow. They're faster, and you can really play. And I think our staff has done a really good job putting a lot of trust into our players and letting them make decisions. And I think that really, really helps guys. Just their minds are clear. And we always say mind right, game right, right? If your mind's right, your game's right. And, having 6 seniors really helps too. The goal is to move on to the semifinals. How do you get that done tonight? Yeah, we got a rebound. I thought we did a poor job rebounding against these guys at their place. Disick came in and had 8 offensive rebounds. And the other piece was, it wasn't just the rebounds, it was the 50-50 balls. There was 9 50-50 balls, and a lot of people call them 50-50 balls. We got to call them 60-40 balls, where they come 60% to us, and they got 8 of them. We got 1 of them, right? So there's got to be more fight. We got to be on the floor first. We got to really get after them, and we got to want it more than them, right? And I think, with some guys out, I think they'll play bigger. I think they'll run more ball screen stuff. They'll try to post us more. So it's nothing to do with scheme. It's more about physicality. It's more about toughness, the way I think they're going to play. Well, this is what everybody prepares for. It's the conference tournament. Coach, appreciate the time very much. Good luck tonight. Thank you. Go Yotes. That's Eric Peterson, the head coach of the Coyotes. That conversation brought to you by Bud Light. Coming up next, we'll get you the starting lineups and the opening tip-off. This is South Dakota Coyote basketball from Learfield.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry aisle. Carol, can you hear us?
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild.
Getting wild?
That's right, Steve. There's dancing, binge-watching, and is that a slip and slide? They're really putting the wild in Pepsi Wild Cherry. And this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to pop, lock, and drop it.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead. Get wild.
Clement Law Investment Services Group provide wealth planning solutions for organizations and individuals to help achieve their values and goals. University of South Dakota grad James Clement continuously provides high-quality, value-added services for all clients. James and his team strengthen client relationships through mutual trust, teamwork, and education. If you want to discuss your portfolio or have financial questions, reach out to James Clement at 605-737-5923 today.
RBC Wealth Management, a division of RBC Capital Markets LLC. Registered investment advisor and member NYSE, FIRNA, SIPC.
Are you looking for a great place to eat when you're in Vermilion? Then look no further than the Hartford Steak Company Tavern. Hartford Steak Company Tavern, Vermilion, features an awesome prime rib dinner, including lettuce wedge, baked potato, au jus, and a thick slice of French bread, starting at only $18.95 every Friday and Saturday night. And don't miss out on the filet mignon and famous steak tip dinners, available Monday through Thursday evenings as well. Whatever you choose at Hartford Steak Company Tavern, you'll receive an excellent meal and a great value. Hartford Steak Company Tavern, 7 Court Street, downtown Vermilion.
Even if it's been years since you graduated, your college team is your team for life. Well, you can have a Farm Bureau agent for life, and auto, and home and business insurance. Imagine that. One insurance agent for everything. It's that simple. So get a Farm Bureau agent for life.
In Yankton, call Dan Kohlberg at 605-689-3011. In Vermilion, call John Cole at 605-624-3011.
Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Everyone loves a one-hit wonder. Unless it's to your pickup truck. If you find yourself stuck in the one-hit wonder club, get out with collision repair perfection. Blaine's Body Shop will get your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. Don't be stuck with a one-hit wonder with help from
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Whether you're building a backyard fence for your family's new best friend or firing up the excavator for your next commercial project, a free and simple call can save you from expensive fines and even save your life. Call 811 at least 2 days before you start your next project to have underground utility lines located and marked. At Mid-American Energy, your safety is our #1 priority. So, make it your priority to call 811 before you dig. Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
On the Coyote Sports Network, from Learfield, Coyote Basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Pepsi Cola is the official soft drink of the University of South Dakota. Be sure to pick up some Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or Starry to cheer on the Yotes. Also by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine team of Coyote Athletics. Here for all, here for good. Learn more at sanfordhealth.org. The tip is moments away. Now to courtside. Once again, here's John Thayer.
It's postseason basketball in the Summit League Tournament. We welcome you to the Denny Sanford Premier Center for Friday night basketball. It's the quarterfinals. The winner is on to the semifinals tomorrow night to take on the top seed in the league, the Omaha Mavericks. That will be the game that awaits the winner of this one here tonight. Should be a dandy between South Dakota and North Dakota State. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. They're brought to you by Pepsi. Grab some Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or Starry to cheer on the Yotes. For Dave Richmond and North Dakota State, 21-10 on the year. They went 10-6 in league play. Tonight they'll start Luke Kasubke. Also starting is Andy Stefanowicz. Mason Miller gets the start. Derek Dissett and Noah Federson will start for the Bison here tonight. For South Dakota, the Coyotes go with the regular starting lineup. It'll be Max Burchill, Chase Forte, Mayum Bohm, Dre Bullock, and Isaac Bruns, the starters for Eric Peterson and the Coyotes. Coach Peterson in his third season at South Dakota. The Coyotes went 18-13 on the year, 9-7 in league play. We'll see if they can get win number 19 tonight and move on to the semifinals, which are set for tomorrow night. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification from Learfield. This is the Coyote Sports Network.
Burgers, wings, cold beer, and more at the Old Lumber Company Vermilion, sponsoring this Coyote Athletics broadcast on KVHT Vermilion Yankton.
Time now for the Health Report, brought to you by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine team of Coyote Athletics. Here for all, here for good. Learn more at sanfordhealth.org. The Coyotes, everybody who's expected to be dressed is dressed here tonight. For North Dakota State, they're without Brennan Watkins, Jackson Boney, and Jakari White for this matchup. Our opening tip-off tonight is brought to you by First Interstate Bank, supporting all student-athletes participating in today's game. Play hard, have fun. First Interstate Bank, built for you. Check out the Interstate Series score tracker at coyotes.com, located under the Fan tab. The Coyotes are the 5 seed in this tournament. They'll wear road uniforms. They're going to go with the black unis today. Black uniforms for the Yotes. Numbers and letters are red, outlined in white. And for North Dakota State, the Bison in their home white uniforms, their numbers and letters are green, outlined in the Bison gold. Our officials for tonight, Brian McNutt, Luke Schumer, and Tim Stewart will make the decisions. Mark Riggs is the official on the scorers table across the way, so he is the assistant should he need to be used here today. We're set for quarterfinal basketball. Mayo Boom, Noah Feddersen will tip it off at center court. Brian McNutt is in the center court. He has the ball tossed into the air, and the opening tap back to Chase Forte. South Dakota will strike first. Coyotes move to the basket to our left side. Burchill runs it over to Isaac Bruns. Back up top to Chase Forte. Crossover dribble. Goes over to the left side to Bruns. Whips a pass over to the right side to Forte. Coyotes attacking the basket to our left to get it started. We're 15 seconds in. Trey Bullock, right wing. He'll drive in. Contested lay-in. Double team. Shoots it up. Bouncing around the rim. No. Loose basketball. Long rebound to Isaac Bruns. And the Coyotes will reset 30 seconds in. Isaac Bruns, top of the point, whips it over to Trey Bullock. Bullock stops, wants to go to Burchill and does so. Burchill back over to Forte, 10 to shoot between the rings. Forte moves left around the screen, lost the basketball for a moment, bounces down to Mayo. Boom up strong, no, he left it short. Rebound pulled down by Noah Feddersen, and the Bison have the basketball. NDSU a chance to strike first. We're 45 seconds in, no score yet. First offensive possession for the Bison. Andy Stefanowicz works it back to Mason Miller. Quick three straight away. Got it. Mason Miller hits for three. And just like that, North Dakota State is in front. The Bison strike first. Mason Miller's got to have a big game for the Bison today with some of the pieces they are missing. Forte, contested shot, bouncing around and it scores. And Chase Forte has two back the other way. It's 3-2 NDSU. Coyotes set up the press defense. Stefanowicz will work in the backcourt, moving left to right. We're a minute and 20 seconds into this game. Bison lead 3-2. NDSU with basketball. Stefanowicz angles over to the right side, flips it off to Miller, fires again for three. This one wide left, airballs everything. Rebound ripped away by Trey Bullock. He took it away from Derek Dissett. Bullock drives down, baseline left, trapped into a double team, floats it out to Boom. He's outside the lane, left side, and dumps it out around the perimeter to Chase Forte. South Dakota with the basketball. Coyotes trying to take their first lead of the day. Cross court from Forte. Trey Bullock for three. Back of the rim, no. Rebound Stefanowicz, and it's NDSU basketball. The Bison lead 3-2. Stefanowicz going to go all the way in. Takes it right at the Coyote defense. Runs it off of the window and scores. And it's 5-2. NDSU by 3. 17:53 to play in half number one. Chase Forte into the front court, works to the top of the point. Forte guarded by Mason Miller. Left side to Isaac Bruns, angles over to the right, had the ball taken off of his shooting hand, ripped away by Luke Kasubke, and it's NDSU basketball. Mason Miller, right side, Miller, backdoor pass, wide open was Noah Feddersen. He went up for a one-hand dunk, missed it, somehow got the ball back, throws it up off the window and scores. And Noah Feddersen, after the missed dunk, stayed with it. And North Dakota State is out to the hot start, 7-2. 17-18 to play first half. Right side, it's Trey Bullock, fires the three. That one well short of everything, and it's out of bounds off of, I thought that was out of Stefanowicz. Must have been hit by Isaac Bruns. And with that, substitutions for South Dakota. Paul Bruns is in, Caleb Stewart, Ashton Smith, and Shea Eberwine. Those four will join Isaac Bruns. So that means Boom, Burchill, Forte, and Bullock are headed to the Coyote bench. 17-12 to play first half. Coyotes trail by 5, 7-2. NDSU with basketball. They struck first. They've led the entire way since we got scoring started. Right side, Derek Dissett whips it into a cutting. Feddersen back out corner right. Stefanowicz for three. Got it. Andy Stefanowicz has 5 points in the ball game, and the Bison lead 10-2. We played 3 minutes and change here to get this thing started. Coyotes need a spark. Here's Eberwine, top of the point out to Paul Bruns. Whips it back over to Eberwine, right side. Now Isaac Bruns on the wing. He'll drive baseline right, spin move. The off-balance jumper got it. Isaac Bruns, so good at the mid-range jumpers. He got that one to go. And the Coyotes finally stop the scoring drought. And a 7-0 Bison run. 10-4, South Dakota trailing NDSU. The Bison have come out hot shooting. They've made 2 3-pointers here in this game early. Back out pass, here's Feddersen, top of the point, spin move, works down the center of the lane, pivots back, the fall away in the lane, front of the rim, no, rebound fought for, Dissett had it, ball out of bounds on the near side, and last touch by NDSU. It'll be Coyote basketball with 16:09 to play in the first half. North Dakota State leads 10-4 over South Dakota here early on. Right now the hot shooting for North Dakota State. They're 4 for 7 from the field. They made 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Coyotes 0 for 2 from long range. There's Stewart with the basketball. Caleb, top of the point, fires it left side to Shea Eberwine. Works down to the corner and a bounce pass. Baseline left to Ashton Smith. Backing down Feddersen. Banging bodies. Shoots it off balance. Contact, nothing called. Offensive rebound. Isaac Bruns had to save it. Out to Eberwine. He'll rise for 3. Left wing. In and out. It wouldn't drop. Another offensive rebound for Isaac Bruns, and the putback good for 2. Isaac Bruns has 4. South Dakota is within 4. It's 10-6. Coyotes have scored back-to-back buckets. 15 and a half minutes to go here in half number 1. Mason Miller drives in, kicks it out. Feddersen wide open, straightaway 3-ball, in and out, no. Coyotes get the rebound. Isaac Bruns with the basketball. Yotes on the move, down by 4, 10-6. Paul Bruns, shot fake right wing, tried to split the double team, had the ball stripped out of his hands. It's taken away by Dissett, and a jump ball called. Jump ball called. Dave Richmond is fired up. He wanted a foul on South Dakota for jumping on the Bison player before tying up the basketball, but they're going to call it a held ball. It'll be Bison basketball when we come back. 15-15 to play here in the opening half. It's 10-6. North Dakota State with the lead over South Dakota. This is South Dakota Coyote basketball from Learfield.
Even if it's been years since you graduated, your college team is your team for life. Well, you can have a Farm Bureau agent for life, and auto, and home, and business insurance. Imagine that. One insurance agent for everything. It's that simple. So get a Farm Bureau agent for life.
In Yankton, call Dan Kohlberg at 605-689-3011. In Vermilion, call John Cole at 605-624-3011.
Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today, you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Today's Summit League tournament game is presented by Quartros Bank. Raise your expectations, member FDIC. North Dakota State's made a couple of early three-pointers. They're shooting 4 of 8 from the field. Coyotes have made 3 of their first 9 from the field and 0 for 3 from the three-point line. South Dakota right now trailing NDSU 10-6. Here in the early goings, Coyotes have never led in this game. The Bison got a three-pointer from Mason Miller to get the scoring started, and so far they've had the lead ever since. So we'll see if the Coyotes can get the lead here, but first, got to get a stop on NDSU. You know, the unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. Coyotes will come out of the timeout with Chase Forte, Trey Bullock, Caleb Stewart, Ashton Smith, and Paul Bruns. For the Bison, it'll be Mason Miller, Luke Kasubke, Andy Stefanowicz, Derek Dissett, and just checking into the game is Tajavis Miller for the first time today for NDSU. Tajavis Miller has had a couple of good games against the Yotes this season. NDSU with the basketball, 15-10 to go first half. Coyotes trailing by 4, 10-6. Pass will go to the right elbow to Tajavis Miller. Back out to Mason Miller for 3. In and out, no. Rebound jerked out of the air by Ashton Smith through contact, and he'll get it out to Chase Forte. Coyotes work up the left boundary. Forte dumps it over to the left side to Trey Bullock. Angles over to the right, steps back around the arc. Covered up by Dissett. Swings the ball left wing to Forte. Forte tried to go baseline, hesitates, accelerates. Cross-court pass, corner right, open three. Caleb Stewart around and out, no. Rebound to Javis Miller for NDSU Bison basketball. 10-6 is our score. The Bison haven't scored in over 2 minutes of this game. To Javis Miller, top of the point. 14:28 to play in the first half. Dissett spins off the defender. His point-blank layup off of the heel of the rim, in and out. Rebound, South Dakota. Coyotes will move up the floor, attacking the basket to our left. Forte hesitates, drives in, floats one up, left and short. Got his own rebound, put back, wouldn't go, but he's fouled. He's fouled by Tajavis Miller, and that'll be the game's first free throws coming up, and they will be shot by Chase Forte of South Dakota. So Forte will go to the free throw line and try to close the gap. Coyotes down by 4. Here's the free throw for Forte right down the middle. So Chase Forte makes free throw number 1. Max Burchill's into the game. Ashton Smith will exit. Coyotes will roll with the smaller lineup. 14-13 to play first half. 3-point game. Coyotes trailing. Chase Forte made free throw number 1. He is a 64% free throw shooter. The second one is bouncing around and scores for Forte. Chase Forte has 4 points. 14-13 to play in the half. Coyotes trail by 2, 10-8. NDSU has not scored in almost 3 minutes of this game. Bison with the basketball. They got out to a hot start. Now a foul called on Dre Bullock. He made contact in the backcourt with Andy Stefanowicz. And so the first foul is on Dre Bullock. 14:08 to play. Half number 1. NDSU leads 10-8. Pass into Stefanowicz, guarded by Dre Bullock. Left-handed dribble, crosses over, now back the other way. Stefanowicz will work ahead into the front court, and the Bison will set their offense. Stefanowicz is into Derek Dissett. Dissett pushes down the right side of the lane, hesitates, up strong, no. Ball batted around, controlled by Max Burchill. South Dakota a chance to tie or take the lead, down by 2. Burchill going to work inside, back out Bullock, shot fake at the point, kicks it over to Paul Bruns for 3, too strong. Rebound is knocked out of bounds. It's out on NDSU, and it's South Dakota basketball. Oh, they got a foul on Burchill. It was a late foul, came in from a long ways away, but it was definitely knocked out by NDSU, but they'll get the foul on Burchill with 13:40 to play in the half. Max Burchill and 2 Bison players were fighting for the basketball. Tajavis Miller hit the deck, and Max Burchill whistled for the foul. NDSU with the basketball, Bison by 2, but they've not scored in over 3 minutes, nearly 3.5. Stefanowicz, bounce pass, left side of the lane to Feddersen. Spins up with a shot, came back down with it, lost the basketball. Picked up by Dre Bullock. South Dakota in transition. Bullock splits the double team. He is hammered to the ground. Nothing called. Rebound NDSU. The Bison will press ahead to Javis Miller. Rocks the 3, in and out, no. Noah Feddersen lost the rebound. Got it back. Fires to Kasubke on the left side. Back out to Javis Miller. Now Stefanowicz, and North Dakota State will reset. 13:02 to play in the first half. A 2-point game. 10-8. Bison lead it. Feddersen, top of the point, hands it off to Mason Miller. Works right. Oh, he traveled. He went up with it. He went up with the basketball. He tried to just release the ball. It was like a pass to himself, and it's a traveling violation. Coyotes get the turnover, and they'll try to tie this thing up, down by 2. Burchill's into Forte, and here we go. Eberwine into the game for Dre Bullock. 12:49 to play first half. Chase Forte right side, fires for 3 for the lead. Front of the rim, no. South Dakota is 0 for 6 from the three-point line today. 6-0 run for the Yotes, but neither team has scored in quite some time. Coyotes have not scored, or Bison have not scored in the last 4 minutes. Coyotes do not have a field goal in the last 3 minutes, and there's a score for Luke Kasubke. He buries a 3 from the left side. Kasubke in a game earlier this season had 7 3-pointers. He can really get it going. Forte off balance, cross court, Eberwine, shot fake in the corner, drives in, attacks, contact on the shot, deflected away. Rebound NDSU, pass ahead, Kasubke to Tajavis Miller, up with the lay-in, falls to the floor. Foul on South Dakota with 12:05 to play in half number 1, and the Bison leading 13-8. So South Dakota tagged for the foul, and they got that on Mayim Boom. I'll put Tajavis Miller at the free throw line for the Bison. He is a 73% free throw shooter. 12:05 to play first half, 13-8, Bison in front. The free throw is around and in for Tajavis Miller.
First point for Miller. Here in the ball game. NDSU without two of their top players, Jakari White and Jackson Money. Brennan Watkins also out. But the Bison have come out firing from all cylinders. And to Javis Miller, a couple of free throws. North Dakota State is up 15-8 on South Dakota. Coyotes have missed their last 6 from the field. Here's Chase Forte. Crossover step. Jumper no. Foul on the shot. And it'll be Chase Forte free throws when we come back to the Denny. 11:53 to play first half. It's the Bison 15, the Coyotes 8. Coyotes need some momentum when we come back. This is South Dakota Coyote basketball from Learfield.
Everyone loves a one-hit wonder. Unless it's to your pickup truck. If you find yourself stuck in the one-hit wonder club, get out with Collision Repair Perfection. Blaine's Body Shop will get your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. Don't be stuck with a one-hit wonder with help from
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Out here, we raise stronger people, stronger crops, and we proudly raise our flag to that. Let the weather, pests, and pressures try to beat us down. We only keep growing up. With the next-gen genetics, the pure acre-for-acre know-how of these soils, and a deep pride of our roots, we're born to raise at Hogemeyer. Learn more at therightseed.com.
Today's Summit League game is presented by Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations. Member FDIC. Hey, golfers, the Bluffs Golf Course in Vermilion is featuring half-price special for first-time adult or family memberships. Go to thebluffsgc.com or call 677-7058 for more info. Big thank you to the Bluffs Golf Course for their support of Coyote Athletics. 15-8 Bison in front, 11:53 to play in half number 1. South Dakota out of the timeout with Isaac Bruns, Max Burchill, Caleb Stewart, Chase Forte, and Mayum Boom. South Dakota is 0 of 6 from the three-point line. The Coyotes have made just 3 of 15 from the field. The Bison 3 of 7 from long range. And North Dakota State 5 of 14, 35% from the field right now. Coyotes are winning the battle of the rebounds. But NDSU has controlled a lot of this game. Coyotes have not scored in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Chase Forte's at the free throw line to try to close that scoring drought. And the first free throw for Forte is off of the heel of the rim. So Forte misses free throw number 1. He'll have another one coming up, 11:53 to play in the first half. Second free throw rattles in for Chase Forte. So Forte, 5 points in the ball game. Mason Miller with it. Coyotes full court pressure. Pass ahead to Javis Miller. He'll drive baseline left. Miller stops, spins it back out around the arc. Noah Feddersen, corner right to Mason Miller. Dumps it back to Feddersen, baseline right. Feddersen will go to work on Stewart. Backdoor pass under the bucket. Derek Dissett open, laying good. And North Dakota State leads by 8, 17-9. Coyotes got to get some momentum here. Lots of time in this game, but man, it feels like right now this is controlled at the pace of NDSU. Isaac Bruns works inside. The turnaround follow-away. Mid-range jumper. Boy, he's almost automatic from that mid-range shot. Only 2 players have scored for the Yotes. 6 points for Isaac Bruns, 5 for Chase Forte. NDSU with the basketball, 11:05 to play in the first half. Stefanowicz to Derek Dissett. Dissett's pass deflected out by Isaac Bruns. Bruns got his hand on the basketball and poked it away. Paul Bruns is into the game. Shea Eberwine is back in. The Coyotes will send off Max Burchill and Chase Forte. Here's Mason Miller into Stefanowicz, guarded by Eberwine. Off to Miller, left side to Javis Miller. Miller left to the lane to Javis Miller, going to work. Right side pass to Feddersen. 6 to shoot for the Bison. Miller whips it down to Feddersen. Left it short. Got his own rebound on the tip in. Good for Noah Feddersen. Noah Feddersen adds 2, and it's the Bison by 8 again, 19-11, with 10:35 to play. Caleb Stewart left of the lane, hit the brakes on the jump stop, spins it back out to Paul Bruns. Bruns between the circles, fires over to the right side to Eberwine.
Eberwine guarded by Tajavis Miller. Works right of the lane. Wanted to go cross court. Didn't find the pass. 10 to shoot for the Yotes. Isaac Bruns, right wing. Wheels in a bounce pass to Mayum Boom. Boom trying to back down Feddersen. Boom in the lane up with the left. Baby hook, and it's around and in for Mayum Boom. The third Coyote player to score in this game. And South Dakota's within 6. We're at the midway point of the first half. 10 minutes to go. Andy Stefanowicz up the left side. Stefanowicz will move over to the right, crosses over to the left. Stefanowicz trying to go to work down to the baseline. He'll kick it out, nobody home, throw it away. He was looking for Tajavis Miller to cut to the corner. Miller went up to the high point instead. The ball thrown away, and it's a turnover. Coyotes need to take advantage here, down by 6, 19-13, with 9:49 to play in half number 1. Winner of this game is on to the semifinals tomorrow night, 7 o'clock tip-off against the Omaha Mavericks. Here's Isaac Bruns inside the lane, three-point line, and the jumper around and in for Bruns. Isaac Bruns has 8 points. Coyotes all of a sudden within 4, 19-15. NDSU with the basketball. Stefanowicz will press ahead. Andy Stefanowicz between the circles. Noah Feddersen with it now on the high point left. Hands it off to Mason Miller. He's been guarded very closely since a couple of early three-point tries. Feddersen in the lane, spin move, runs it up with the left hand. Too strong, no. Rebound pulled down by Isaac Bruns. South Dakota basketball. 9:05 to play first half. Coyotes trail by 4. Isaac Bruns to Paul Bruns, corner right to Caleb Stewart. Crossover dribble, flips it off to Paul Bruns, corner right, back around the arc. South Dakota with the basketball. Coyotes trying to close this gap, down 4. Isaac Bruns rises, free throw line, in and out, no. Rebound pulled down by Andy Stefanowicz. 8:45 to play in the half. Long pass ahead. Dessert lays it in. Easy lay-in for Dessert. Had to catch and run it up and score. And the Bison press the lead back to 6, 21-15. Here's Shea Eberwine. Angles to his left. Wheels in a bounce pass to Mayum Boom. Boom will work baseline right. Reverse lay-in. Got it. Mayum Boom runs baseline. Reverse lay-in for 2. And South Dakota's within 4. 21-17 with 8:19 to play in the half. NDSU with the basketball. This has been a fast-paced, up-and-down game, these two. Here's Andy Stefanowicz, works over to the right side. Stefanowicz trying to go baseline. Crosses over on the dribble. He stepped out. Yes, he did. Andy Stefanowicz went down to the baseline. When he threw it around his back to dribble back the other way, he stepped on the baseline. It's a turnover in Coyote basketball. Ashton Smith and Trey Bullock are in. Isaac Bruns and Mayum Boom will get a break. So the Coyotes with Paul Bruns, Shea Eberwine, Caleb Stewart, Ashton Smith, and Trey Bullock. 8:06 to go in half number 1. South Dakota with the basketball, down 4, 21-17. Coyotes have made 4 of their last 5 from the field. Eberwine, free throw line, contact from behind, leans into it, now kicks it back around the arc. Coyotes will reset the offense, left side, Trey Bullock. Bullock goes baseline left, wheels back up, center of the lane, whips it corner right to Paul Bruns. Baseline drive back around the arc. Stewart kicks it over. Eberwine rocks the 3 ball, too strong, back of the rim. Offensive rebound to Bullock. Got it down to Eberwine. He was cut off. Kicks it out to Trey for 3 in the corner. Front of the rim, no. Bison have the rebound. NDSU with basketball up by 4, 7.5 minutes to go. To Javis Miller, whips it over to Mason Miller. Mason, spin move inside the lane. Back out, floats it out, Stefanowicz. 7:20 to go in the half. Newly checked in, Trayson Anderson is into the game. Go with a bigger player. Haven't seen him much this season, averaging just 2 points a game. Here's to Javis Miller, 4 seconds, 3 to shoot, down to 2, runs it off of the window, contested shot and scores. To Javis Miller with his first field goal of the night has given North Dakota State a 6-point lead, 23-17, under 7 minutes to go. Trey Bullock stops at the point, fires for 3, off of the mark. South Dakota has not hit a three-pointer in this game, and then a foul called on the rebound. The Coyotes are 0 of 9 from the three-point line in this game. South Dakota needs to find a way to hit from long range. Coyotes down 6 to the Bison in the 4-5 matchup of the quarterfinals of the Summit League Basketball Tournament. South Dakota 0 of 9 from the three-point line. We're back in a moment. Coyotes down 6. This is South Dakota Coyote basketball from Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
What would you do with more? More firsts and experiences. More space and memories. More impressions and travel. More handshakes and open doors. Or just more time. Core Trust has the experts and tools you need to do less banking and more of what you love. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations. Member FDIC.
.650 to play in half number one. South Dakota is down 6 to NDSU, 23-17. Coyotes have not made from long range right now. 0 of 9 from the three-point line here in this matchup. They just have not made anything from long range. The Bison 3 of 7 from the three-point line here today. Summit League Tournament is presented by Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations. Member FDIC. There's always room for more sports. Get your fill of the best regional teams, conferences, and the most exciting matchups of the year with Midco Sports Plus, the all-streaming app powered by Midco Sports. See what's waiting for you at MidcoSportsPlus.com. Coyotes are out with Ashton Smith, Dre Bullock, Chase Forte, Caleb Stewart, and Max Burchill. For NDSU, they're going to go with Andy Stefanowicz, Tejavis Miller, Mason Miller, Luke Kasuki, and Trayson Anderson, the 5 on the floor for the Bison. Full court pressure applied by USD, and there's a travel on to Javis Miller in the backcourt. He got the ball on the pass, and then a travel called, so the Coyotes get the turnover on their side of the floor with 6:49 to go in the half. That's a frustrating turnover if you're NDSU. Got it set up the way you want it. It's the fourth turnover for NDSU. Forte, left of the lane, accelerates, double team. Forte can't break free. Bounce pass goes bouncing off of Ashton Smith and then hit off of Trayson Anderson off of the back of the backboard. So it'll stay Coyote basketball, but Ashton Smith couldn't handle the hot bouncing pass that came into him. 9 on the shot clock for USD. Coyotes are down by 6, 23-17. 6:38 to go in the half. Pass into the right corner to Dre Bullock. Bullock back out Forte, right wing. 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot. Forte moves left, hesitates, gets it up, and he's fouled by Mason Miller. Chase Forte leaned into the contact of Mason Miller, and he'll shoot 3 free throws. Boy, I didn't know if Miller did a whole lot that time. He was just standing in there. Chase Forte leaned into him. That's one, if you're Mason Miller, you just almost got to get out of the way. Oh, that was a heads-up play by Forte. Miller stepped at him, and when he did that, Chase Forte put his shoulder right into the chest of Mason Miller. And boy, Mason Miller's just got to stay clear of that. If he does stay clear of it, then it may go for Chase Forte, but that would be a really acrobatic shot. Instead, you put Chase Forte at the free throw line, and free throw number 1 is good. Forte is the only player for USD who has shot free throws today. He's now 4 of 5 after that make. Forte makes that first free throw. 2 more to go. The second free throw was good. South Dakota has had 3 players score in this game. The Bison have 6 players who have scored points today. Second free throw good. Third free throw for Chase Forte. On the way and good. So Chase Forte leaned into Mason Miller to get the contact and the foul with the shot clock almost expiring. And now South Dakota's within 3, 6.5 minutes to go. Here's a pass deflected by Bullock, picked out of the air by Isaac Bruns. Isaac trapped in the lane, got to get out of there quickly. Bruns lost the basketball, and it's a 3-second violation on Isaac Bruns. Coyotes got the turnover but could not get Isaac Bruns out of the lane. And it's a turnover back to NDSU. Mason Miller holding on, still holding, got to get it in, does so to Javis Miller. Ball poked away from behind, picked up by Isaac Bruns, and then he's fouled by Andy Stefanowicz. Stefanowicz rolled into the back legs of Isaac Bruns, and a foul called on the Bison with 6:18 to go. Miller got the rebound, he just turned around, wasn't paying attention, and Dre Bullock from the backside poked the basketball free. 6:18 to play in the half. couple of officials have come together. A foul was on Andy Stefanowicz. That is his first. 3 turnovers for the Bison in 46 seconds. Coyotes, though, have not really capitalized. See if they can do it here. Chase Forte, spin move, runs it up there, back of the rim, no. Rebound, Andy Stefanowicz. Here come the Bison on the move. Stefanowicz just trying to race past, lobs it up for Miller, who missed the alley-oop lay-in try, but he was fouled, and the ball rattled out. It'll be 2 free throws for Tajavis Miller. Stefanowicz in transition, just lobbed that thing up. He was looking for the alley-oop dunk. It was caught out of the air by Miller, could not dunk it, but he tried to float it up, and it rattled around and out. Tajavis Miller will go to the free throw line for the Bison. He's the only Bison player who has shot free throws today, made his first 2, makes his first 3. Tajavis Miller has 5 points in the ball game. 6:06 to go in the first half. Bison lead by 4, 24-20. Tajavis Miller, second free throw on the way. Good. Tajavis Miller has made them both. Noah Feddersen is in. Trayson Anderson will exit. South Dakota with Birchill, Forte, Bullock, Isaac Bruns, and Mayum Boom. Chase Forte with the basketball. Coyotes down 5. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Reach around pass goes to Birchill. Cross court, corner left to Bullock. Drives in, goes up for the one-hand dunk, and he lost it. Heavy contact into Dre Bullock. Oh boy, Dre is jawing it up with Tajavis Miller now. Miller contested the dunk. Dre went up one-handed, and he just basically threw it out of bounds. He got heavy contact. But they let the play go on, and the Coyotes get the turnover to turn it over to NDSU, just throw it out of bounds essentially. Dre Bullock will come out of the game after he and Tajavis Miller jawed it up a little bit. NDSU with the basketball, 5:45 to go in the half. Andy Stefanowicz over to Tajavis Miller left side. Bounce past Noah Feddersen. Left block extended. Goes to work on Mayum Boom. Baseline left. Trying to work inside. Lost his dribble. Feddersen got it back. Kicks it out. Mason Miller for 3, and it rattles in for Mason Miller. His second, made 3 of the ball game, and the Bison back up by 8, 28-20. 5:23 to play first half. Chase Forte drives left. Corner left pass. Paul Bruns for 3. Bang! First three-pointer of the night for South Dakota. Out of the shooting hands of the lefty from North Sioux City, Paul Bruns. 5:08 to go in the half. 28-23, Coyotes down by 5. Tajavis Miller wheels out around the arc in front of head coach Eric Peterson. His pass for Feddersen, picked up by Paul Bruns. Playing good! 5 straight points for Paul Bruns. South Dakota with momentum and within 3. 28-25, under 5 minutes to go in the half. There's that Coyote fans. They're erupting now. Here's Mason Miller pressing ahead for the Bison. Miller off to Tajavis Miller. 5 straight points for Paul Bruns. Miller left wing guarded by Paul Bruns. Miller going to go to work left side. Down to the baseline. Cut off there defensively by Bruns. Miller trying to work himself in. Shot up, no, but he's fouled by Paul Bruns. Paul Bruns got the 3, then the steal and score. Coyotes trying to put some momentum on their side, but right now trailing. 4:29 to play first half. Bison lead 28-25. Tajavis Miller back to the free throw line where he is 4 for 4 today. Free throw, good for Miller. Tajavis Miller hits the free throw. Miller has 7 points today, 5 at the free throw line. Came into this game as a 73% free throw shooter. Second free throw bounces around and good for Tajavis Miller, and the Bison extend the lead. Every time Coyotes get within a shot here, 1 make away from tying or taking the lead, they give up some points to NDSU back the other way. South Dakota with the basketball. 4:23 to play in the half. Here's the pass to Mayum Boom. Left block extended. He'll go to work on Feddersen, trying to back him down. Boom up with the right hook. It's in. The right baby hook for Mayum Boom. He's hit with both arms today on that baby hook inside. Coyotes within 3, 30-27. Kasubke with it in the backcourt. Now Stefanowicz, 4 minutes to go in the half. South Dakota down by 3. NDSU has led the entire game. Here's Feddersen. Back out to Kasubke, works it down to Feddersen. Feddersen will work back up the high point, off to Mason Miller. Now Feddersen. Stefanowicz moves left. Double team is there. Stefanowicz runs by it, works left of the lane, turns around. Free throw line jumper, around and out, no. South Dakota the rebound. It's Isaac Bruns. Up the right side. Isaac Bruns moves left, hits the brakes, pivots on his left foot. Out to Stewart for three, and the tie! We're tied up! Caleb Stewart with his first points of the night, and we're tied at 30 with 3:27 to go in the first half. Timeout taken on the floor. Will step aside as well. South Dakota with some momentum. Coyotes have made their last three from the field. Coyotes have made a couple of three-pointers here in this game. 3:27 to go first half. We're tied at 30 here in the quarterfinals of the Summit League tournament. Back in a moment. This is South Dakota Coyote basketball from Learfield.
My car broke down. What do I do?
Honey, I'm hearing Bob Sinclair is a place to go. He's the most dependable, trustworthy, and fair-priced place in Vermilion. They'll get the job done the right way. Call Bob Sinclair in Vermilion to make your appointment. They will get it done for you on time. Do not panic. We'll get it taken care of.
You can trust the three-stall service team at Bob Sinclair, located on Main Street, Vermilion. Go with who you can trust.
You have everything you need for game day. The chips, the dip, the little smokies, and of course, a cold one. Or what was supposed to be a cold one until you remembered your fridge went out 2 days ago. Keeping it local with Coach Murph at Murph's Appliance in Vermilion is your new game plan for a new Maytag refrigerator. Murph's Appliance in Vermilion is your one-stop shop for your game day Maytag essentials. That's Coach Murph at Murph's Appliance in Vermilion, located at 5 West Main Street.
Summit League Tournament basketball is brought to us by Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations. Member FDIC. Coyote basketball also brought to us all season long by Pepsi Cola, the official soft drink of the University of South Dakota. Be sure to pick up some Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or Starry to cheer on the Yotes. South Dakota has put it together here. The Coyotes have finally made a couple of three-pointers in this game, and South Dakota has tied things up at 30 apiece here in the Danny Sanford Premier Center. 3:27 to play in half number one. Three-pointers from Paul Bruns and Caleb Stewart have helped put this run together for the Yotes. And right now the Coyotes have Eberwine, Isaac Bruns, Stewart, Burchill, and Boom. Trayson Anderson, Luke Kasubke, Derek Dissett, Andy Stefanowicz, and Mason Miller for the Bison. Here's a pass up the left side to Luke Kasubke. He'll get into the front court. Coyote defense catches up. We're tied at 30, 3:18 to play in half number one. Here's Andy Stefanowicz, fires left side, Kasubke, bounce pass goes corner left to Dissett. He'll work inside the paint, spins off of Eberwine, jumper banks off, strong no, rebound South Dakota, Max Burchill. Coyotes trying to take their first lead of the evening. Here's Shea Eberwine between the circles. Eberwine guarded with cushion here from Andy Stefanowicz. Pass goes right side to Stewart, whips it down inside to Boom, spin move, shot fake, spins again, up on the right, baby hook, no, but he's fouled by Trayson Anderson with 2:46 to go in the half, and Mayum Boom can give the Yotes their first lead. Boom has 6 points in this game. He'll try to connect and give the Yotes the lead. He's a 67% free throw shooter. He's made 20 of 30 on the season. Free throw for Mayum Boom is down the middle and good. So Boom makes free throw number one. Coyotes lead for the first time on the night, 31-30. 2:46 to play in the first half. Second free throw is on the way and good for Boom. South Dakota leads by 2, 32-30. Here's Mason Miller, near side pass to Javis Miller. Shot fake goes inside to Anderson. Up strong, left it strong. Offensive rebound, Anderson. He's blocked away. Loose ball picked up by Anderson. Out to Javis Miller for three in the lead. He got it to Javis Miller. Hits his first three of the night. Bison back in front by 1, 33-32. Stewart, runner in the lane. In and out, no. Rebound NDSU. North Dakota State will move left to right, 2:15 to play in the half. 33-32, Bison by 1 to Javis Miller, right side, backing down Eberwine. Miller, spin move, fall away, baseline right, got it to Javis Miller, has scored 5 straight, and the Bison have pushed the lead to 3, 35-32. South Dakota with the basketball, Mayum Boom, left block extended. Boom, works inside, up with a shot, in and out, no, but the offensive tip in is there for Isaac Bruns. An offensive rebound and points, Bruns has 10. Coyotes within 1, 35-34 with 1:35 to play. Lucas Supke will work it out to Mason Miller. Miller angles left, guarded by Caleb Stewart. Miller up the left side. Works around a screen of Trayson Anderson. Fought through by Stewart. Now a push off of Miller and a foul called on Caleb Stewart. So a foul called on Caleb Stewart with 1:20 to play. That's foul number 7 on the Yotes. So South Dakota right now trailing, and a foul to give free throws to NDSU. .120 to play, first half, 35-34. Bison by 1, make it 2, as the front end of that one made by Mason Miller. So Mason Miller makes the free throw. He has 7 points in this game, couple of three-pointers, and that free throw make it 2 free throws for Mason Miller. Really good player, started his career at Indiana State and has made his way to Fargo to play for NDSU. Bison lead here by 3, 37-34. Caleb Stewart for 3, around and out. Rebound pulled down by Andy Stefanowicz. Rebound will go to the Bison, and here they come with a 3-point lead, trying to press it to a 2-possession lead. Ball poked away by Shea Eberwine. Stefanowicz recovers. Now Trayson Anderson fires the 3. The big fella hit it too strong. Hits glass only on the opposite side of the rim. Rebound South Dakota. Coyotes trying to close the gap here. Burchill drives in. Throws a pass inside. It's taken away. He was trying to thread the needle to Mayum Boom. NDSU takes it away. 40 seconds to go in the half. Bison with the basketball. 35 seconds to go in the half. Driving right side is Derek Dissett. Dissett pivots around. Guarded by Burchill. Kicks it back out. 13 on the shot clock for NDSU. Dissett right side. Dissett will go to work on Burchill. Burchill trying to body him up. Dissett at the block. Up with a contested shot short. Anderson the rebound. 2 on the shot clock. Up with it. He did not hit rim, and it's a shot clock violation. Oh, they called a foul. It was a shot clock violation, and they call a foul on South Dakota. Oh, my gosh. I think they're going to look at it. We'll find out for sure. That was really close. There was contact. There's no question. But if the shot clock expired first, it's a shot clock violation. They're going to call the foul on South Dakota. They're going to the monitor to take a look at it. 14 and a half seconds to go in the first half. The Bison lead 37-34. This is a big review right here. It's fouls and free throws for NDSU or a shot clock violation at Coyote basketball. Brian McNutt and Tim Stewart are at the monitor right now. Mark Riggs is assisting over there. He is the basically the bench official. So all 3 of those are looking at it. Luke Schumer's talking to Eric Peterson at the moment. We're going to find out. It's either a shot clock violation or a foul on South Dakota, and free throws upcoming for NDSU. 14 and a half seconds left in the first half. It's 37-34. NDSU by 3. They're going to look at the clock. So they're going to go with the foul. Tim Stewart just came out and said, I had it before the shot clock expired. They'll put 15.1 on the game clock. The 3 officials are still discussing, but Tim Stewart, what he just said, I believe they're going to call this a foul, and it'll be free throws for NDSU. So Trayson Anderson will go to the free throw line. He's 9 of 17 on the season. What? Yeah. 15 seconds to go in the half, 37-34. Trayson Anderson will shoot free throws for the Bison. He's 9 of 17 on the season. Limited, but a chance to extend the lead for the Bison. 2 free throws, first one in front of the rim, no. So he misses free throw number 1. If he misses this, then the Coyotes get the rebound. They'll have 15 seconds to work ahead and try to close the gap or tie this game before halftime. Free throw good for Trayson Anderson. 4-point lead for the Bison. First point of the night for Anderson. Coyotes will work ahead. 11 seconds to go. Back out Trey Bullock. Angles right side. Got the ball taken away by Kasubke. 6 seconds. 5. Kasubke's going to attack. Layup good with 2 seconds. 1. Coyotes won't get the pass inbounded. And North Dakota State closes with momentum. Trey Bullock went driving in on the right side. Luke Kasubke took it right off of his hand and went the other way and scored for 2. And the Bison lead by 6 at the half. 40-34 is our score here at the break. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, our halftime show gets underway. We'll give you the first half stats that's on the way. This is South Dakota Coyote basketball from Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Does it really matter where beef comes from? Meet the facts. Fact: Hy-Vee Choice Reserve beef comes from the Midwest, so you get only the highest quality beef raised on family farms here in the heartland. Where do the other guys get their beef? We're not sure either. Get the facts at meetthefacts.hyvee.com.
On the Coyote Sports Network. From Learfield, today's Coyote Halftime Show is presented by Hoegemeyer, the right seed. Raised local, raised right here. Born and raised here, we know what thrives in the Western Corn Belt. Refining world-class genetics through local expertise to grow bigger yields. Visit therightseed.com to learn more about Hoegemeyer brand products. Also brought to you by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Core Trust Bank, raise your expectations. Member FDIC. And by Pepsi Cola is the official soft drink of the University of South Dakota. Be sure to pick up some Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or Starry to cheer on the Yotes. Now, welcome to the Hoegemeyer Hybrids Halftime Show.
Well, not the ideal way to end the first half. South Dakota had that questionable shot. They went to the monitor, declared the foul was called prior to the shot clock expiring. Trayson Anderson made 1 of 2 at the free throw line, and then Trey Bullock drove in, had the ball taken off of his hand by Luke Kasubke, and he went coast to coast, laid it in for 2, and the Bison have a 6-point lead, 40-34. Here at the break. Let's look at the first half stats. NDSU shot 43% in the first half. Coyotes make 36% of their shots. South Dakota 2 of 12 from the three-point line, while the Bison 5 of 10 from long range. NDSU 9 of 10 at the free throw line. The Coyotes are 8 of 9. Bison have out-rebounded South Dakota today 20-17. 7 turnovers for NDSU have turned into 7 USD points. 5 turnovers for the Yotes have turned into 5 NDSU points. Individually for these two teams, NDSU has 13 points from Tajavis Miller. 6 of those have come at the free throw line here in this game. 8 points for Mason Miller today, 5 apiece for Luke Kasuki and Indy Stefanowicz. For South Dakota, Isaac Bruns has scored 10 points. He has 10 and 7 right now at the half, on his way to a double-double. 8 points each for Mayum Boom and Chase Forte in this game. Also scoring for the Yotes, Paul Bruns has 5, and Caleb Stewart has that three-pointer that tied us up at 30 apiece. So those are the stats here at the halftime break. Our halftime show is brought to you by Hogemeyer, the right seed. Raised local, raised right here. Born and raised here, we know what thrives in the Western Corn Belt. Refining world-class genetics through local expertise to grow bigger yields. Visit therightseed.com to learn more about Hogemeyer brand products. Coming up next, we'll take a look at what is going on in Coyote Athletics. This is South Dakota Coyote Basketball from Learfield.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The finest wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Berg Automall and Trucking in Beersford will work on all vehicles. Yes, they work on semis and big trucks, but they also work on all vehicles, from oil changes to overhauls, windshields, and bodywork. They do more than what their name says. Maybe we should call it Berg Automall Trucking and Auto Repair. Well, no need, because now you know. Bring your vehicle to Berg Automall and Trucking Beersford for any vehicle repair. Small enough to know you, big enough to serve you.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Captain Norm's is throwing out the bait and they're ready to reel you in. If you're fishing for that perfect drink or a new favorite bar, Captain Norm's is ready for you. Captain Norm's is always prepared with a full bar, a patio, a convenience store, bait shop, and lottery. And I hear the machines are hot. Happy hour every night from 4:30 to 6, offering your favorite beverage at a reduced price. Looking for that watering hole? Well, you just found it. Captain Norm's on the way to the lake. Stroll in for a cold one.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of South Dakota. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Back in the halftime show, it's brought to you by Hogemeyer. Visit therightseed.com to learn more about Hogemeyer brand products. Time now to take a look at what is going on in Coyote Athletics, what is coming up in Coyote Athletics. The Coyote softball team is playing right now in Conway, South Carolina. They're taking on Coastal Carolina. Those two are set to play a 3-game weekend series. They'll play single games tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. Then softball will head to Clinton, South Carolina, play Presbyterian. They've also got matchups coming up this week with USC Upstate and Wofford. So it's a spring break trip to South Carolina for Coyote softball. The men's golf team is back in action on Monday and Tuesday. They're in Southern Pines, North Carolina for the Donald Ross Intercollegiate. So they'll play 2 rounds on Monday, and the third and final round is set for Tuesday. If the Coyote men can win this game, they'll play in tomorrow night's semifinals against Omaha, the top seed in the field, and a win after that would send the Coyotes into the championship game, which would be on Sunday night. The tennis team, women's tennis team, is headed to Orlando, Florida. They'll play 3 in the midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for a spring break trip. And so we'll see how things go there. You can always check out all of the results at coyotes.com. That's a look at what's going on in Coyote Athletics. And our halftime show today is brought to you by Hogemeyer. Visit therightseed.com to learn more about Hogemeyer brand products. Coming up next, we'll take a look at scores from around college basketball. This is South Dakota Coyote basketball from Learfield.
Burgers, wings, cold beer, and more at the Old Lumber Company, Vermillion, sponsoring this Coyote Athletics broadcast on KVHT Vermillion, Yankton.
Endless sports action is waiting for you all on one app. Subscribe to Midco Sports Plus now and stay plugged in to your favorite fandom. Unlock live game coverage of the teams, rivalries, and games you want to watch. Plus, find exclusive content from the most popular conferences in the Midwest, including the Summit League and the CCHA. It's all waiting for you on the Midco Sports Plus app. See everything you can stream at midcosportsplus.com.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry Aisle. Carol, can you hear us?
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild.
Getting wild?
That's right, Steve. There's dancing, binge-watching, and is that a slip and slide? They're really putting the wild in Pepsi Wild Cherry, and this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to pop, lock, and drop it.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead. Get wild.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Out here, we raise stronger people, stronger crops, and we proudly raise our flag to that. Let the weather, pests, and pressures try to beat us down. We only keep growing up. With the next-gen genetics, the pure acre-for-acre know-how of these soils, and a deep pride of our roots, we're born to raise at Hogemeyer. Learn more at therightseed.com.
Back in the Denny, we're at halftime. It is 40-34, South Dakota trailing NDSU here at the Break Our Halftime Show, brought to you by Hogemeyer, the right seed, redefining world-class genetics through local expertise to grow bigger yields. Visit therightseed.com to learn more about Hogemeyer brand products. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification from Learfield. This is the Coyote Sports Network.
Burgers, wings, cold beer, and more at the Old Lumber Company, Vermilion. Sponsoring this Coyote Athletics broadcast on KVHT Vermilion, Yankton.
1 half to go here. The winner of tonight will advance to tomorrow to take on Omaha in the semifinals. The Mavericks are here watching this game. They won last night in the quarterfinals over Kansas City. North Dakota and South Dakota State will play later on tonight, and the winner of that game advances to take on St. Thomas, the 2 seed in our tournament. So we'll see how all of that plays out here today. Just about to tip off in top 25 basketball. Number 18 Purdue will play Illinois. South Florida is taking on 16th ranked Memphis coming up later on today. There are games going on all over the country in the Sun Belt Championship tournament. They're in the 4th round. Georgia State leads Marshall 65-59. At halftime, Murray State up on Bradley in the Missouri Valley quarterfinals, 28-27. Many other games going on around the country. Some games have already gone final from earlier today, and there'll be games all night long. Earlier today, Drake beat Southern Illinois 70-53, and we've had just games everywhere around the country. It's tournament time, so everybody in their conference tournaments trying to get themselves into a postseason opportunity, namely the NCAA tournament. We'll keep an eye on how things play out, but right now the Yotes got to come from behind, down 6 at halftime to NDSU. This is South Dakota Coyote basketball from Learfield.
Are you looking for a great place to eat when you're in Vermilion? Then look no further than the Hartford Steak Company Tavern. Hartford Steak Company Tavern, Vermilion, features an awesome prime rib dinner, including lettuce wedge, baked potato, au jus, and a thick slice of French bread, starting at only $18.95 every Friday and Saturday night. And don't miss out on the filet mignon and famous steak tip dinners, available Monday through Thursday evenings as well. Whatever you choose at Hartford Steak Company Tavern, you'll receive an excellent meal and a great value. Hartford Steak Company Tavern, 7 Court Street, downtown Vermilion.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee.
That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Wow. Everyone beat me to the basement.
I got the couch. Beanbag chair.
Homes are a wonderful place to gather. They can also be a great source of equity.
Honey, it's pretty hot upstairs.
Equity you could use for a home improvement project.
Maybe we could finally install air conditioning?
Or we just eat more ice cream. Yay! For whatever you need in life, a home equity line of credit from First Interstate Bank can help bring it all home. Learn more at firstinterstate.com/HELOC. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Want to turn your idea into a reality? That's just what we'll do at Mart Brothers Construction. We offer a wide variety of services for all your home and commercial construction needs, specializing in roofing and custom homes. Mart Brothers guarantees satisfaction and offers builder financing. If you need time to sell your house in order to build, let Mart Brothers get started on a new one, and you can buy it when complete. Have roofing needs? Call on the Coyotes preferred contractor and let us help bring your ideas to life.
Well, 20 minutes left to decide the winner of this one. South Dakota and North Dakota State. Winners on to the semifinals to play Omaha tomorrow night. The Bison lead here at the break 40-34. See what the second half does for the Yotes trying to get themselves to the semifinals. South Dakota, though, has not led much in this game. In fact, they've led for 17 seconds in the entire game. The Bison had the lead for over 18 minutes. South Dakota will start with the basketball first. They'll work to the basket to our right side. Chase Forte, top of the point. Looks left, fires over to Isaac Bruns. Coyotes a chance to close the gap here right out of the gates. Chase Forte angles over to the left, runs into a double team out to Isaac Bruns. Contested three, around and out, no. Rebound, Derek Dissett of North Dakota State, and the Bison have the basketball. NDSU will work ahead. Here's Stefanowicz on the right wing, whips it down to Noah Feddersen, cut off by a double team. Cross-court pass knocked away by the Bullock, got picked up by Isaac Bruns in the layup. He's good for two. Isaac Bruns able to get that one to score. South Dakota's within 4, 40-36. We played 40 seconds here in the second half. Derek Dissett pass to Mason Miller, knocked away, and it bounced out of bounds. It was knocked away by Isaac Bruns, bounced on the baseline. And so it'll be NDSU basketball, 19-14 to play in the ball game, 40-36. NDSU with the lead. Pass over to the near side to Luke Kasuki. Kasuki will work ahead. Whips the ball over to Mason Miller. Miller drives up to the right wing. Hits the brakes there. He had a couple of three-pointers in the first half. Pass left wing to Kasuki down to the corner. Now a contact inside and a foul called, offensive foul on the inside. And that is Noah Feddersen. It appears he switched jerseys at some point. We're in 22 now. So Feddersen commits the foul. And that'll give the ball to the Yotes. So South Dakota with the basketball down 4. Forte to the inside. Dishes down to the baseline. Wide open under there is Mayo Boom. Lays it in for two. And South Dakota's within 2. Mayo Boom has 10 points in this game. NDSU with the basketball to Javis Miller into Derek Dissett. Dissett will work in the backcourt, pressing ahead, hit the brakes, fires a pass to Miller. Coyotes wanted to travel, didn't get it. Left side, it's Stefanowicz, moves over to the right, kicks it down to the block. It's Dissett, runs in, lays it up off of the window. He had a hesitation, shot fake, and then went up with it off of the window and scored. The Bison lead by 4, 42-38. Chase Forte drives in, contested layup, rattles in for Chase Forte. Forte, there's always a moment where it feels like he tries to put this team on his back, and that might be coming. Yotes down 2, 42-40. Ball nearly knocked away from Stefanowicz, but he recovers. Up to the left wing, now to Javis Miller, top of the point. Miller moves to his left side to Javis Miller, goes all the way in, shot fake, spins around, turnaround jumper, got it to Javis Miller, had Stu Moore. To Javis Miller has been really good in this game today against the Yotes. He has 15 points here in the ball game. Bounce pass into Mayum Boom, but a foul called on Mason Miller. Boom was trying to spin off of Miller. Miller grabbed a hold of him. And the foul called. 17:41 to play in the ball game. Coyotes down by 4, 44-40. South Dakota with the basketball to inbound. A couple of fouls early here on NDSU. Ball knocked away from Mayum Boom. And a save attempt for Derek Dissett. He slams into the table in front of us. And the basketball out of play. So the Coyotes will keep it. 17:37 to play in the second half. 44-40 is our score. Chase Forte, spin move, through a double team, runs it up, it's around and out, and the basketball out of bounds. It went off of the right hand of Mayum Boom and out of play. 17 and a half minutes to go. It's NDSU 44 and South Dakota 40. Dre Bullock is out, Paul Bruns is in. Here's to Javis Miller to inbound the basketball. Passes in to Stefanowicz. Back to Miller. Sprints ahead to break the press. Up to Dissett. Dissett hits the brakes. Back out Stefanowicz. Bison lead by 4, 44-40. Here's to Javis Miller between the circles. Miller guarded by Paul Bruns. Miller on the right wing trying to work inside the arc. He'll back his way in on Paul Bruns. They're banging bodies. Spin move. Ducks into contact. Spins back out. Kicks it out Dissett. 5 to shoot, down to 4. Dissett in the lane, shot fake, steps back, fires the jumper, back of the rim, no. Paul Bruns to the rebound. 3 minutes have gone by this half. Coyotes down by 4. Here's Isaac Bruns, spin move, left of the lane, runs it up, contested lay-in, he hits the deck, but he scores it, Isaac Bruns. Strong take on the inside. South Dakota within 2, 44-42. 16:40 to play in the ball game. NDSU with the basketball, they'll work right to left. Coyotes fifth turnover. Close the gap here to 2. Mason Miller screened open for Forte, 3. Left got of the lane. His third three-pointer of this game. Mason Miller, a 46% three-point shooter, has 3 today, and the Bison lead by 5. Forte back the other way, flips it up off of the window and scores the scoop layup. He was tangled up in legs, flipped it up anyways and scored. To Javis Miller to inbound the basketball. A run the baseline, pass comes into Derek Dissett on the right sideline. Dissett going to work ahead into the front court. Ball poked away by Boom, but Dissett recovers. NDSU will keep it. 16 minutes to go in the ball game. Bison lead by 3, 47-44. To Javis Miller on the right wing. Stops, pops the 3. Too strong, no. Paul Bruns the rebound and a foul on Derek Dissett. Dissett was all over Paul Bruns, who got the rebound. A foul on Derek Dissett, the third foul this half on NDSU. 15:50 to play in the ball game. Coyotes down by 3 to the Bison, 47-44 in the quarterfinals of the Summit League Basketball Tournament. We're back in a moment. This is South Dakota Coyote Basketball from Learfield.
Wow. Everyone beat me to the basement.
I got the couch. Beanbag chair.
Homes are a wonderful place to gather. They can also be a great source of equity.
Honey, it's pretty hot upstairs.
Equity you could use for a home improvement project.
Maybe we could finally install air conditioning?
Or we just eat more ice cream. Yay! For whatever you need in life, a home equity line of credit from First Interstate Bank can help bring it all home. Learn more at firstinterstate.com/HELOC. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
15:50 to go in the ball game. South Dakota down by 3, 47-44. Coyotes have only led for 17 seconds of this game. They've had a lead by as many as 2. NDSU's led by as many as 8. Both teams have been on a 7-0 run at some point in this game. And right now, USD winning the points in the paint battle 26-16. Coyotes are being out-rebounded, though, 23-19. And South Dakota right now shooting 42% from the field. Coyotes are 5 of 7 from the field this half. The Bison are 3 of 5 this half from the field. 15:50 to play in the ball game. South Dakota down by 3. Coyotes have the basketball. They'll come out with Smith, Bullock, Forte, Paul Bruns, and Caleb Stewart. NDSU counters with Kasubke to Javis Miller, Mason Miller, Feddersen, and Stefanowicz. Right side is Chase Forte trying to work in, kicks it out. 3-ball on the way for Paul Bruns. Got it! He got the three-pointer. And a foul called on NDSU away from the ball. 15:39 to go. We're tied at 47. Feddersen knocked over Chase Forte. Feddersen was not happy about the foul. He let it be known. He felt that was a flop. Lob pass will come into Forte. Coyotes can take the lead. Here's Chase Forte, top of the point. He'll drive in left side. Contested floater off the mark. No. Tipped in his owner. Rebound, it wouldn't go. Tip in for Smith, wouldn't drop. Rebound to Javis Miller. Miller out to Mason Miller. Coyotes had 2 tip-in tries. Couldn't get it to drop, and we're tied at 47. 15-19 to play in this second half. Winner on to play Omaha tomorrow night. Andy Stefanowicz will lob it inside. Leaping out of the air was to Javis Miller. What a pass inside. Miller scores it. Tajavis Miller's having a ball game. 17 points for Tajavis Miller. Corner right, it's Paul Bruns. Leaps into the air, floats it left side to Trey Bullock. Bullock inside the lane, hesitates. Back out to Paul Bruns. Coyotes down 2. Bullock, right wing, jab step. He'll drive in. Double team is there. Splits it, spins, jumper. Nope, he'll throw the pass in the lane to Ashton Smith. Smith up strong, hammered by Feddersen, and a foul called. Noah Feddersen commits the foul. His third. And that'll put Ashton Smith at the free throw line for South Dakota. Smith will toe the line. And the first free throw for Ashton Smith will round it out. Ashton Smith, a 67% free throw shooter. .43 to go. Derek Dissett is into the game. Noah Feddersen will exit. South Dakota down to 49-47. Ashton Smith can make this a 1-point game. Big deep breath for Ashton Smith. Cradling the basketball. Free throws on the way and good. Ashton Smith is connected. .43 to go. 1-point deficit for the Oats, 49-48. NDSU with the basketball, passes into Derek Dissett. Double teamed on the far sideline. His pass back to Stefanowicz. They've got 3 seconds to get across the midcourt stripe, and they do with 1 second left on the 10-second clock. Here's Dissett between the rings, 14.5 minutes to go. Bison lead by 1, 49-48. Stefanowicz, bounce pass, will go to Dissett. He had the ball knocked away by Stewart, and a foul called on South Dakota. Caleb Stewart called for the foul. 14:23 to go in the ball game. It's NDSU 49 and South Dakota 48. Here's Stefanowicz to inbound the basketball. Passes into Dissett, trying to bang bodies with Max Burchill. Whoa, no, he pushed him over. Got the offensive foul. We're going the other way. Derek Dissett getting frustrated. He was being bodied up by Max Burchill, and he just lowered the shoulder and the arm shove into Max Burchill's chest. He hit the deck, and it's an offensive foul. 6 fouls on NDSU this half. South Dakota's been called for 1, 14:15 to go. Here's Caleb Stewart, moves left. Kicks it back out to Paul Bruns, right side to Eberwine. Eberwine drives in, spin move, up with his shot, contested no. Rebound into the arms of Tajavis Miller, and here come the Bison, right to left. Coyotes fail to take advantage of an opportunity. Tajavis Miller with another rebound, his 4th of the game. Miller will go to work on Max Burchill. Miller leaning in heavy. Miller pushing in. Miller turns, jumper, back of the rim, no. Loose ball knocked away by Bullock, picked up by Stewart. Here come the Yotes. Stewart has it taken away. Stefanowicz and the Bison will go back the other way. Stefanowicz stops, pops the 3, got it. Andy Stefanowicz, the takeaway, and the 3 ball. And the Bison lead by 4, 52-48. Dre Bullock stops at the top of the point, drives in, fake to pass, scoop layup on the way, no, lots of contact, he hit the deck. Rebound NDSU, Bison will move ahead. Stefanowicz wants another one from the right wing, too strong, no. Rebound batted out, Kasubke, contact made, Kasubke got it back. Now Miller launches the 3, Mason Miller for 3, my goodness. North Dakota State has taken momentum right back with 13 minutes to go, and Eric Peterson wants a timeout. Dave Richmond squatting like a sumo wrestler and flexing to his team as he exhales, trying to get them fired up. 55-48, Bison in front. 13 minutes to go in this basketball game. Right now, though, the Bison are in control, so NDSU with a couple of three-pointers to get the momentum back on their side. Maple Lumber Company, Grill and Bar, your pre- and post-game headquarters. Great food, drinks, arcade games, all of your favorite sports on multiple TVs. You can check them out at 15 Court Street in downtown Vermilion. Also home of the Coyote Report Radio Coaches Show. We will be there on Monday night for our final show of the season. Hope you can join us in person or listen on the Coyote Sports Network Monday night at 6 o'clock in downtown Vermilion. First Interstate Bank supports all student athletes participating in today's game. Play hard, have fun. First Interstate Bank, built for you. First Interstate Bank is also proud to serve as presenting sponsor of the Interstate Series, featuring the best of both USD and SDSU and their respective student athletes. The Interstate Series highlights the region's premier sporting competitions while valuing academics and sportsmanship. South Dakota has not had a field goal in the last 2.5 minutes. 6 straight points over the last half minute for the Bison. Coyotes have missed their last 5 from the field, and NDSU leads by 7 again, 55-48. Coyotes once shooting really hot this half now. Still not bad, 6 of 13. But again, you've just got to get some momentum back on your side. We'll see if the Yotes can do it. 13 minutes to go. Winner will play in the semifinals tomorrow night against Omaha. NDSU fighting without its top 2 players, Jackson Modi and Jakari White. Both out of this game. Brendan Watkins is also out. But the Bison have fought through all of it. And they have momentum on their side right now. The Bison in this game have made 8 three-pointers. South Dakota's made 3. Caleb Stewart up to Paul Bruns, whips it right side to Chase Forte. Forte guarded by Mason Miller. Crossover for Forte, works inside, double team, shot up, contact lay-in good for Chase Forte. So Forte able to muscle one up and score. And South Dakota is within 5, 55-50. Press defense beat to Javis Miller, works ahead, kicks it out, and the pass deflected out of play on the near boundary. 12:32 to play in this basketball game. 55-50, NDSU by 5. NDSU with basketball. Bison trying to work through some challenges and adversity, missing a couple of players. Try to get to the semifinals. Mason Miller off to Javis Miller, top of the point, back over to the right side. Stefanowicz moves left, crosses over on the dribble, 7 to shoot for the Bison. Kasubki off to Mason Miller, steps left, fires the 3, back of the rim, hits up off of the top of the backboard. Mason Miller caught it stepping left, couldn't quite get it to drop. And now the Bison are going to apply some backcourt pressure. 12-12 to play in the ball game. NDSU has led the majority of it, 55-50. Chase Forte will walk up the floor, guarded in the backcourt by a double team. Forte passes left side to Paul Bruns, back to Forte as the Coyotes get into the front court. Forte crosses over, drives in, contested layup. No, follow-up dunk wouldn't go for Boom. He got his own rebound to the putback good. Boom tried to dunk that thing. He got the front of the rim. It flung it out of there, but he got his own rebound to the putback good. Coyotes are within 3. 55-52. NDSU with the basketball. Bison will work ahead. Andy Stefanowicz in the backcourt. Angles to the left sideline. Now back to the right. Double team is there. Stefanowicz lobs it. Anderson catches under the basket. One dribble. Hesitates up strong. Leans in. Scores. Trayson Anderson has muscled one up and scored. The Bison push back to a 5-point lead. 57-52. Chase Forte works right of the lane. Inside contact. Bucket. Good. No count it. Chance for a 3-point play for Chase Forte. Forte muscled one up, and now we'll go to the line. A chance for a 3-point play with 11:17 to play in the second half. Coyotes down 3 when we come back. It's North Dakota State 57, South Dakota 54. This is South Dakota Coyote basketball from Learfield.
Everyone loves a one-hit wonder. it's to your pickup truck. If you find yourself stuck in the One Hit Wonder Club, get out with collision repair perfection. Blaine's Body Shop will get your vehicle back to pre-accident condition. Don't be stuck with a one-hit wonder with help from
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Out here, we raise stronger people, stronger crops, and we proudly raise our flag to that. Let the weather, pests, and pressures try to beat us down. We only keep growing up. With the next-gen genetics, the pure acre-for-acre know-how of these soils, and a deep pride of our roots, we're born to raise at Hogemeyer. Learn more at therightseed.com.
11:17 to play in the ball game. The Bison lead 57-54. Coyotes trying to advance to the semifinals of the Summit League tournament. But to do so, they're going to have to take a lead and keep it. South Dakota's led for 17 seconds of this game. They've not led by more than 2 points. The Bison have led for over 26 minutes. We've had 2 ties and 2 lead changes. That's it here in this game so far. North Dakota and South Dakota State will play in the next game here inside the Denny. The winner of this game will move on, or the winner of the next game will play St. Thomas tomorrow night in Game 2 of the semifinals. Women's semifinals are set for tomorrow. They will start in the afternoon. Chase Forte's at the line for 1 free throw. Today, Forte has made 6 of 7 at the free throw line. The free throw is on the way and off of the right side. A rebound to Javis Miller. Coyotes down by 3. Miller will press ahead, working past Isaac Bruns. Miller off to Andy Stefanowicz. Bison with the basketball, trying to extend the lead to 2 possessions again. 11:05 to play. Stefanowicz baseline left. Back out Mason Miller. Drives in, hits the brakes, pivots around. Trapped by Forte. Swings it out Stefanowicz. 8 to shoot for the Bison. Stefanowicz in the lane. He'll back his way in. Scoop layup. Flips it off the window and scores. What a move by Andy Stefanowicz. And it's a 5-point lead for the Bison. South Dakota with the basketball. Paul Bruns swings it off to Chase Forte. Forte trying to get the ball inside. Instead, cross-court corner right. Isaac Bruns drives in. Blocked away by Tajavis Miller. Rebound NDSU, and here come the Bison. Stefanowicz fires over to the right. Look out. Mason Miller for 3. Got it. Mason Miller has 5 3-pointers in this game, and North Dakota State leads 62-54. 10:18 to go. Right side, Paul Bruns. He'll rise for 3. Front of the rim, no. Rebound, Derek Dissett. Bison with the basketball. And a big lead of 62-54. Trying to extend. Driving in. Stefanowicz lay-in, no. And a foul called. The contact from Paul Bruns. And so Paul Bruns commits the foul. That will put, it's the 3rd foul on Bruns today. And that'll put Stefanowicz at the free throw line. And the first one is off of the front of the rim. He missed it. Andy Stefanowicz on the season, just 4 out of 5. So he had made a lot, or he had made the majority, but he hasn't shot a lot in the season. 10:04 to go in the ball game. Bison lead by 8, 62-54. 10 minutes and 4 seconds to go in this one. Free throw, Stefanowicz, good, 9-point game. Andy Stefanowicz makes 1 out of 2. Coyotes trailing NDSU 63-54. We're at the midway point of the second half. Max Burchill leaves it off top of the point. Stewart fires the 3. Front of the rim, no. Rebound fought for loose. Max Burchill has it. Another chance for the Yotes. Burchill turns, reach around pass. He finds a cutting Ashton Smith. Good, and a foul called. Chance for a 3-point play for Ashton Smith. He was being pushed from behind by Derek Dissett. Ran it off of the window and scored. And the foul called. Ashton Smith to the free throw line for the Yotes. Ashton Smith is 1 for 2 at the free throw line today. He'll have 1 more free throw coming up. Chance to close the gap, 9:45 to go. Here's Ashton Smith. Free throw is on the way. Got it. Rattled in. Ashton Smith. 4 points for him tonight. Coyotes have closed the gap to 6. 63-57. NDSU with the basketball. Stefanowicz working in the backcourt. Ridden ahead by Caleb Stewart. Stefanowicz moves left. Back to the right and a foul called on Caleb Stewart. Caleb Stewart very much disagrees with the foul, but nobody else cares about that. Stewart, third foul of this game. Isaac Bruns is in. Caleb Stewart will have to come off. 9:36 to go. North Dakota State 63, South Dakota 57. Here's Stefanowicz between the circles. Passes corner right. Mason Miller puts it up again for long range. No. Rebound Ashton Smith. Coyotes down by 6 in the basketball. 9:24 to go. Here's Isaac Bruns off to Dre Bullock. Bullock angles over to the right. Ashton Smith hit the deck away from the ball. Pass goes up top to Chase Forte. Guarded by Mason Miller. Screened is Miller by Smith. Here's Forte. Left it in for Ashton Smith. Fumbled the ball. Takeaway for NDSU, and the Bison will work ahead. 9 minutes to go. 6-point lead for the Bison. 63-57. Mason Miller. Guarded by Forte. Near side pass will go to Javis Miller. 8:49 to go. Miller moves over to the left side. He'll work down to the corner. Backs his way in on Isaac Bruns. Isaac going to hit the deck, and an offensive foul called. Isaac Bruns may have just flopped into an offensive foul. 8:41 to go in the ball game. It's 63-57. Isaac Bruns timed that thing up perfectly. Hits the deck, foul called. Dave Richmond in the Bison sideline, not happy about it. But the Coyotes get the basketball with 8:41 to go. 9 fouls on NDSU this half, 3 on the Yotes. No free throws because it was an offensive foul, player control foul. South Dakota with the basketball, 8:36 to go. Forte asking for a screen, moves to the right side, darts inside, dishes off to Boom. Boom turns right, baby hook, no. Rebound to Javis Miller. Coyotes fail to cash in there. Stefanowicz sprints up the right boundary. Guarded by Burchill, drives all the way in. Contested shot, docked away, loose, picked up by Boom on the rebound. South Dakota will move ahead, 8:14 to go. Forte going to go to work inside. Guarded by Mason Miller, low crossover dribble, drives in, muscles one up and scores. Chase Forte worked around traffic, got it up for 2 and scored it. Chase Forte adds 2 more for the Yotes. Forte with 18 points, 63-59. Here's the pass. Coyotes were trapped, or had Javis Miller trapped, and Miller just threw it off of a Coyote player. It's out of bounds, and that'll take us to a timeout. 7:55 to play in this one. It's North Dakota State 63, South Dakota 59. This is South Dakota Coyote basketball from Learfield.
Wow. Everyone beat me to the basement.
I got the couch. Beanbag chair.
Homes are a wonderful place to gather. They can also be a great source of equity.
Honey, it's pretty hot upstairs.
Equity you could use for a home improvement project.
Maybe we could finally install air conditioning?
Or we just eat more ice cream. Yay! For whatever you need in life, a home equity line of credit from First Interstate Bank can help bring it all home. Learn more at firstinterstate.com/HELOC. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Endless sports action is waiting for you all on one app. Subscribe to Midco Sports Plus now and stay plugged in to your favorite fandom. Unlock live game coverage of the teams, rivalries, and games you want to watch. Plus, find exclusive content from the most popular conferences in the Midwest, including the Summit League and the CCHA. It's all waiting for you on the Midco Sports Plus app. See everything you can stream at midcosportsplus.com.
7:55 to go in this basketball game. The Bison lead 63-59. Our Summit League tournament games brought to you by Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations. Member FDIC. The Bison have led for more than 29 minutes of this basketball game. Coyotes have led for just 17 seconds. And right now, the Yotes trail by 4, 63-59. It's NDSU basketball coming out of the timeout. See if the Coyotes can get momentum on their side again. Isaac Bruns, Paul Bruns, Max Burchill, Chase Forte, Mayum Boom. on the floor for South Dakota. For the Bison, Luke Kasubke, Mason Miller, Javis Miller, Noah Feddersen, and Andy Stefanowicz. Bison basketball, 7:55 to play in the half. Mason Miller will inbound in front of the Coyote bench across the way from us. Miller has it into Stefanowicz. He'll hesitate in the backcourt, trying to work ahead. Stefanowicz lobs it over to the right side to Javis Miller. Open three ball, around and out. Rebound batted out by Feddersen. Reeled in by Stefanowicz near the half-court stripe. Cross-court pass will go to Javis Miller. Now Stefanowicz, top of the point. Stefanowicz leaves it out for Javis Miller. Dumps it down to Feddersen. Contact on the inside and a blocking foul on South Dakota. The foul called on Max Burchill with 7:34 to play in the ball game. Burchill pleading his case that he was camped out and set, but a blocking foul call. 63-59, South Dakota trailing NDSU. Bounce pass will come into Javis Miller. He knocks over Forte. Oh, and a blocking foul called on Forte. NDSU wanting a flop. I don't think that one was a flop. I'll give you the flop on Isaac Brunn's foul, but that one, boy, there was heavy contact. Coyotes are trying to get offensive fouls right now. Bounce will come into Javis Miller, South Dakota trailing NDSU. Miller goes to work on Forte. Forte reached around, poked the ball free. Miller recovers. He'll work inside, spins and scores. And a foul called on Forte. Javis Miller went right at him, spun baseline, right it off of the window and scored. And a foul called on Chase Forte. The Coyotes starting to get a little bit of foul trouble. They have 3 for Burchill. He's on the floor. Paul Bruns has 3. Chase Forte just picked up his second. And the free throw good for Javis Miller. Javis Miller is having himself a ball game. Bison lead by 7, 66-59. Forte, top of the point. Angles over to the right. Lost his dribble, picks it up, back out Isaac Bruns. Step left, lifts the 3 ball. Right side of the rim, no. Rebound NDSU. Stefanowicz got the board, and here he comes. Bison will work ahead. Mason Miller, cross-court pass to Javis Miller. Kasubke, corner 3. Got it, and a foul called. Chance for a 4-point play for Luke Kasubke. And all of the momentum is on the side of the Bison with under 7 minutes to go. Coyotes trail by 10, 69-59. Max Burchill, the closeout defense was late. Kasubke hit the triple. Burchill made the contact. And now a chance for a 4-point play for Luke Kasubke. And Kasubke is an 82% free throw shooter. Burchill's out, Forte's out. Coyotes have Stewart, Bullock, Boom, Bruns, and Bruns. Kasubke to make this an 11-point lead for the Bison. Free throw. Rattles out, no. Isaac Bruns the rebound. Isaac Bruns able to get the rebound, his 8th of the ball game. Isaac to the right side, hit the brakes, bounce pass into Boom. Heavy contact on the shot, wouldn't drop, but a foul call. Couple of free throws for Mayum Boom. Will come up. 6:46 to play in this basketball game. Bison leads 69-59. Boom at the free throw line. First free throw's on the way and right down the middle for Mayum Boom. So Mayum Boom makes free throw number 1. Second free throw for Boom. He's on the way. Good. Coyotes backcourt pressure applied. Mason Miller trying to get the ball inbounded. He's got it into Kasubke. Back to Mason Miller. Miller going to work on Caleb Stewart. Double team help is there. Dishes off Stefanowicz. Bison will work ahead. 69-61. They lead by 8. Right side to Javis Miller. Drives in. Just takes it right at him. And to Javis Miller scores again. Javis Miller has 22 points in this game. Corner right pass. Paul Bruns fires for 3. Got it. Coyotes desperately needed that. Paul Bruns delivers his second three-pointer of the ball game. 6:20 to go in this one. It is 71-64. NDSU with the lead. So Bison have the lead. Coyotes not going away. 6:20 to go. Winners on to the semifinals tomorrow night to play Omaha. The Mavericks were winners yesterday over Kansas City. If it is going to be South Dakota, the Coyotes are going to have to play a nearly error-free 6 minutes of basketball. Because right now they are down by 7, 71-64. NDSU has Noah Feddersen, Mason Miller, Andy Stefanowicz, Tajavis Miller, and Luke Kazuki. For South Dakota, Paul Bruns, Isaac Bruns, Mayum Boom, Caleb Stewart, Dre Bullock. Coyotes will set their defense. The Yotes have 1 timeout remaining. The Bison have 3. Miller to inbound. Pass into Stefanowicz. Back to Miller. Trying to work up. Ridden by Dre Bullock, and a foul called on Dre. So Dre Bullock commits the foul, his second. And that's the 8th foul on the Yotes. So now we're free throws for the Bison the rest of the way. Both sides are in the bonus. 6:16 to go in this one. 71-64 NDSU. Mason Miller at the free throw line. The first one on the 1-and-1. Front of the rim, off glass, and good for Mason Miller. Mason Miller has had himself a good game. 17 points. Second free throw good. He has not attempted a shot inside the perimeter unless it's been a free throw. He is 5 for 9 from the field, 5 for 9 from the three-point line. Caleb Stewart inside, shot deflected away. Bison have it back. NDSU leads 73-64. Up the right side is Andy Stefanowicz. 6 minutes to go. Andy Stefanowicz over to the right side to Tajavis Miller. He's been the workhorse today, 22 points. They'll lob it into Miller. Reaches over a double team and got it. Dishes in down the lane. Noah Feddersen with a two-hand dunk right down Broadway. Right side it is Dre Bullock. He'll step through traffic. Lay in short. Loose ball. Boom. Out to Stewart. 3-ball on the way. Off of the rim. No. Rebound loose. Foul on the rebound. And it's a foul on South Dakota. What a play on the other end. I'm telling you, Tajavis Miller is playing on another level today. He has scored it well, but he got that lob pass over a double team. Dished it to a slicing Noah Feddersen, who finished it off with a dunk. 5.5 minutes to go. The Yotes are down 11, 75-64. Noah Feddersen is at the line, 1-and-1. First free throw for Feddersen. Missed it. Rebound South Dakota. Dre Bullock sky high to get the rebound. Here come the Yotes down 11. Right side, Isaac Bruns walks three-point line. Got it. Contested. He had to set right in his face. Isaac Bruns hits for 3. Isaac with 17 points in this game. Backcourt pressure applied, 5:13 to play. Ball poked free of Tajavis Miller. Bullock dove on it. He's laying down, asking for a timeout. The Coyotes will use their last timeout to save the possession with 5:09 to go. 75-67. Coyotes needed to save the possession. Tajavis Miller had it poked free. Dre Bullock dove on the basketball. He was laying on his backside. He was trying to find somebody for help. Tajavis Miller just stood over the top of him. Didn't do anything. Just stood there to force Dre to try to throw it around. And the Coyotes are now out of timeouts with 5:09 to go. And this easily the fastest South Dakota has ever ran out of timeouts this season. 75-67, Bison lead. NDSU women earlier today lost to Kansas City in the upset of the 6-3 matchup. Kansas City the 6. This one, South Dakota's the 5 seed, NDSU the 4 seed. Momentum on the side of North Dakota State for the majority of this game. They have led, almost start to finish in this game. 5 minutes and 9 seconds to decide a winner. Out of the timeout, South Dakota will come out with Isaac Bruns, Chase Forte, Max Burchill, Caleb Stewart, and Dre Bullock. For the Bison, Kazuki, Miller. Stefanowicz and Feddersen. 5 minutes and 9 seconds to go. The Yotes have no timeouts remaining. 75-67, Bison with the lead. Lob pass will come in to Chase Forte. Angles over to the right. He'll drive in. Scoop shot up. No, and a foul called. It was blocked away cleanly by Feddersen, but the contact came underneath by Mason Miller, who made the body contact. Third foul on Mason Miller. Let's see how Coach Richmond uses him here with 5:05 to go. You cannot afford to not have Mason Miller on the floor. He's shot the ball well, 5 of 9 from long range, but he has defended extremely well today as well. Chase Forte makes the free throw. Forte's second free throw, good. He has a 20-point game tonight. Chase Forte right at that 20-point mark. Dre Bullock is out for the Yotes. Miller is into Stefanowicz, leaps into the air. Pass will go to Mason Miller. Here come the Bison ahead. 5 minutes to go. 75-69, NDSU with the lead. Stefanowicz left wing, guarded by Paul Bruns. Kicks it to Kasubki on the left side. Pass into Miller, knocked away by Isaac Bruns. 15 on the shot clock for NDSU. 4:50 to go in the ballgame. Mason Miller to inbound the pass. It'll go to Javis Miller. Back to Mason Miller. Right side, Kasubki. His pass to Feddersen. Knocked away. Recovered by Mason Miller. He's trapped. Long cross-court pass. They'll work it around to Javis Miller. 4 to shoot. Down to 3. Miller to the inside. Contact and a foul. To Javis Miller. Put the ball in his right hand like he was going to go up for a dunk. Never got close. Contact before it. Free throws coming for to Javis Miller. 4:38 to play, 75-69. Still plenty of time for the Yotes. But the way this has gone, they just have not been able to get momentum going on their side. To Javis Miller, the free throw is good. To Javis Miller adds one more. Coyote Basketball Tournament Long brought to us by Quartrust Bank. Raise your expectations, member FDIC. Free throw missed that time. Rebound South Dakota, 76-69. Yotes down 7. Got to get some points now. Points and stops. Forte works inside. Tough shot. Too strong. No. Mason Miller the rebound. NDSU with the basketball. Coyotes backcourt pressure. Stefanowicz will work ahead. Crosses over to the left. Works into the front court. 4:13 to play. 76-69. Bison in front. Coyotes trying to avoid another early exit from this tournament. Last year beaten in the play-in game. Here's to Javis Miller, strong, muscled shot inside. Unbelievable. What a game for Javis Miller. Sometimes a player has a game where you just simply tip your cap to him. And Javis Miller is that player today for NDSU. Max Burchill out to Paul Bruns, moves left, crosses over, corner right to Burchill, drives in, reach around pass. They'll send it to the left wing. Forte for 3, bang! Chase Forte, his first three-pointer of the ball game, and South Dakota's within 6. 3.5 minutes to go. Andy Stefanowicz in the backcourt. 3:25 and counting here in the second half. Coyotes don't need stops and threes, but they need stops and points. Kasubki, left side. Back up top, Stefanowicz, right side to Mason Miller. Dumps it down to Javis Miller. 8 to shoot for the Bison. 3:07 to play in this one. Kasubki fires for 3. Batted out, no. Rebound knocked out to Javis Miller. A fresh 20 for the Bison. 3 minutes to go in this basketball game. Here's Miller. Drives right baseline. Blocked away and out of bounds. It's out on the Yotes. 2:52 to play. The ball game will step aside. It's 2:52 to go. South Dakota down 6. 78-72. Bison right now with the lead. Coyotes have 2:52 to try to extend their season. This is South Dakota Coyote basketball from Learfield.
DeKalb farmers, call Central Farmers Cooperative. They have everything you need for your farming needs, offering products, services, market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum, serving 12 communities in the surrounding Yankton area. Competitive prices on your DeKalb as-grow needs. Central Farmers Cooperative is your one-stop farming shop. Give Chris Rutledge a call today at 605-263-3105.
Coyote basketball at the Summit League Tournament brought to us by Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations. Member FDIC. 78-72. South Dakota trailing NDSU with 2:52 to play. University of South Dakota is a proud member of the Summit League and NCAA Division I Athletics Conference for over 30 years. The Summit League sponsors 19 championship sports. Be sure to check the league's official website for thesummitleague.org for all the latest scores and updates. If you're looking for these games on TV in the Summit League tournament, tomorrow's semifinals for the women will be on Midcoast Sports. Everything after that, tomorrow night's semifinals of the men and the championships on Sunday will be on CBS Sports Network. 2:52 to go here. Bison 78, Coyotes 72. Stefanowicz into Mason Miller, back up to Javis Miller, right wing. Javis Miller, press inside. Turns, double team, shot up, around and out, no. Rebound, Trey Bullock. South Dakota with the basketball. Here come the Yotes. Trey going to take it right out of the inside. Shot up, no, but he's fouled. And Trey Bullock will go to the free throw line. 2:39 to play. Coyotes, no timeouts remaining in this game. 3 for the Bison. So if the Coyotes get in any kind of trouble, they don't have that bailout timeout. Trey Bullock to the free throw line. Bullock this season, 76%. Trey Bullock 0 for 9 from the field right now. He has not scored in this game. 2:39 to play. Free throw good for Trey Bullock. His first point of the night. And it's closed the gap to 5. 78-73. Derek Dissett is into the game for the Bison. Feddersen will exit. Trey Bullock, first point there. He'll have to really get something going here. Forte, 7 of 15. Isaac Bruns has been excellent, 8 of 12. Second free throw, around and out, no. Dissett got the rebound. He just came in and got the rebound. South Dakota down 5, NDSU with the basketball. Dissett will go in, lost the basketball, throws it, and he stepped out of bounds. He lost it on the dribble going down to the baseline, and South Dakota forced the turnover. Coyotes need a big bucket here. Down 5, 78-73, 2:31 to go. Chase Forte letting the basketball roll. It's going to roll all the way to the half-court stripe. He'll pick it up there. Clock rolls 2.5. Chase Forte moves left, back to the right side. Forte drives in, floats one up, scores, he banked it in! Chase Forte took it at him. Coyotes are within 3, 78-75. 2:15 to go. Bison just have to match the rest of the way. Stefanowicz in the backcourt. He'll push ahead. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to play. To Javis Miller, right wing. Works down to the corner in front of the Bison bench. Miller on the baseline. Double team help is there. He'll float it up and around the arc. 9 to shoot for the Bison. Kasubki up to Stefanowicz. Down to 6 to shoot. He'll walk into the straightaway 3. In and out, no. South Dakota the rebound. Chase Forte has it for the Yotes. Down by 3. Forte all the way in. Contested lay-in short. Tip in. Good to foul. Chance for a three-point play to tie this thing up with 1:39 to go. Chase Forte missed the first one. He muscled up a tip-in shot and scored. And he's a free throw away from tying this thing up inside the Denny. 1:39 to play. Derek Dissett got hurt on the play. He was down. Feddersen will come into the game. 1:39 to play. Coyotes need a free throw, and a timeout's been taken by NDSU. So timeout Bison. Chase Forte a chance for a free throw to tie us up. 78-77. Coyotes have led for just 17 seconds of this game. This won't give them a lead, but they're battling back from an 11-point deficit in this second half. Right now, South Dakota has scored the last 8 points. The Bison have not scored in over 2 minutes of this game. They're into a timeout. 1:39 to play. Chase Forte trying to put this team on his back. and carry them to the semifinals, and Forte has 27 points. First horn sounds. 1:39 to go. The Bison have led for almost 36 minutes. Chase Forte will shoot the free throw. Today, Forte has made 8 of 10 at the line. 1:39 to play. Coyotes trying to put the pressure on NDSU. Here's Forte. The free throw to tie. No. Rebound, South Dakota. Bruns had it, then it's taken away by Tajavis Miller. It's thrown away. Here goes Dre Bullock inside. Shot good! Foul called! South Dakota has the lead with 93 seconds to go. Dre Bullock, when it matters the most. 79-75. Wow! Bullock will go to the free throw line to give the Yotes a 2-point lead. 1:33 to play. Dre Bullock, free throw. Front of the rim, no. Rebound NDSU. Bison with the basketball. 90 seconds to go. Coyotes by 1, 79-78. Stefanowicz moves left. Flips it off Kasubke. Up top, Feddersen. Angles right. Feddersen picked up his dribble. Pivots on his left foot to Stefanowicz. He'll drive into Dre Bullock and a foul called. And that will put NDSU Stefanowicz at the free throw line. So Stefanowicz will toe the line. 1:17 to play. 2 free throws for Andy Stefanowicz. Today, he is 1 for 2. First free throw. We're tied at 79. Stefanowicz got the free throw. Now for the lead for the Bison. 1:17 to play. Second free throw. Got it. Bison back in front, 80-79. Here come the Yotes left to right. Chase Forte. Right wing. Moves left to the top of the point. Kicks it off. Isaac Bruns found a lane. Contact to the foul. Isaac Bruns will go to the free throw line. The double team collapsed. Hammered hard. 1:06 to go. This game might come down to who shoots the last free throws. 1:06 to play. Next semifinal game is North Dakota and South Dakota State. Winner of this game gets Omaha tomorrow night. Free throw. Good. We're tied at 80. Isaac Bruns will have one more. Chase Forte with 27 points. Isaac Bruns has 18. Bruns for point number 19. And the lead. Yes. Isaac Bruns has hit the free throw. Max Burchill is in. Paul Bruns will exit. Coyotes will try to get another stop, leading 81-80 with 1:06 to play. Mason Miller to inbound the basketball, pass into the right boundary to Javis Miller. To Javis Miller trying to work ahead into the front court. 1 minute to go in this quarterfinal game. To Javis Miller, moves left, spin move, contact, shoots it up, no, and a foul on Caleb Stewart. So Caleb Stewart commits the foul, his fourth. And now free throws for Tajavis Miller. 1 to tie, 2 for the lead. 54 seconds to go. 81-80. Here's Miller. First free throw. Front of the rim, bouncing around. No, he missed it. Tajavis Miller at best can tie the ball game. He is 8 for 10 at the free throw line today. 81-80, Yotes in front. Second free throw to Javis Miller. It is on the way. Good. We're tied at 81. Here come the Yotes. South Dakota trying to take a late lead, 50 seconds to go. Coyotes have not had much for leads today. All they need is a 1-point lead when the clock reaches 0. Here goes Forte. Tough take inside. Leans in. No, and a foul. Noah Feddersen, body contact. Foul. Chase Forte will go to the free throw line. And Noah Feddersen has fouled out. Noah Feddersen commits his 5th foul of this basketball game. His day is done, 39 seconds to go. We're tied at 81. Chase Forte to give the Yotes the lead. What a finish. About 3 minutes to go in this game. You could question whether there was much of a heartbeat on this team. It just felt like NDSU was well in control. But the Coyotes, like they've done many times on this season, they battled back from a double-digit deficit and given themselves a chance, and Forte rattles out free throw number 1. The crowd reacts accordingly. 81 all, 39 seconds to go. Forte spins it in his palms. 1 dribble, free throw. Coyotes in front. Chase Forte makes the free throw. Yotes lead 82-81. The ball's rolling away. The officials have to race it down. 39 seconds to go. Bounce pass will come in to Stefanowicz. He'll work on Dre Bullock and work past him. To Javis Miller, right side. Half minute to go in this game. To Javis Miller. Moves left. Crosses over. Double team. Works around it. Has the ball stripped. Ball is loose. It's going to be tied up, and the possession arrow is in favor of North Dakota State with 21.9 seconds to go. South Dakota 82, NDSU 81, 21.9 seconds to go. Timeout NDSU. The Bison have 13 on the shot clock. South Dakota trying for what would be a gigantic stop. If the Bison score, South Dakota will have another opportunity. But again, no timeouts for the Yotes to draw anything up. However this thing finishes, this is going to finish absolute heartbreak for one side. Winner is on to play Omaha, the top seed in the tournament tomorrow night, 7 p.m. If South Dakota wins this game, we will be on the air at 6:30 tomorrow night. 21.9 seconds to go. 13 on the shot clock. Quickly, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Coyote Sports Network.
Burgers, wings, cold beer, and more at the Old Lumber Company, Vermilion, sponsoring this Coyote Athletics broadcast on KVHT Vermilion, Yankton.
NDSU basketball, they're down 1. Pass will come in to Javis Miller. He's double teamed. Miller trying to back his way in. Turnaround shot, no. Rebound, South Dakota. Chase Forte has it. He'll get it to Paul Bruns. The Bison have to foul. They've not fouled. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds is where it's at. Foul, Paul Bruns. Paul Bruns will go to the free throw line. The foul was called on to Javis Miller. His spectacular night has come to a close with 10 seconds to go. South Dakota got the rebound. Chase Forte, he quickly got it to Paul Bruns. The senior who so many times has been in this position to try to make late stage free throws will have a chance to try to help his team extend their season. Jeremiah Burke is into the game for the first time tonight. 10 seconds to go. Paul Bruns will go to the free throw line. 75% on the season. First free throw. Good. It's a 2-point game. Paul Bruns extends the lead. If he makes it, the Bison will have a chance for a three-pointer and the tie. Free throw for Bruns. Front of the rim, no. Loose ball picked up by NDSU. 7 seconds. Ball tied up. Possession, South Dakota. Isaac Bruns, like a leech, got in there and tied it up. 83-81 South Dakota, 7 seconds to go. Dre Bullock is on the floor. He is hurt, laying down, face down in the lane. He took heavy contact, I believe, from Mason Miller, who also got up slow for NDSU. Dre being helped to his feet by Coach Peterson. Dre limping his way to the Coyote sideline. 7.8 seconds to go. What an effort for Isaac Bruns to tie that thing up. Coyotes will have the basketball. They should just launch this to the backcourt and get that clock running. Paul Bruns will inbound the basketball. He'll get it into Isaac. He's fouled immediately, and Isaac Bruns will go to the free throw line. 7 seconds to go. 83-81. 2 free throws would nearly ice it for the Yotes. A 2-point lead. Isaac Bruns, first free throw. Coyotes lead by 3. Bruns makes the first. Second free throw coming up. This to give the Yotes a 2-possession lead with just 7 seconds remaining. The free throw, good. South Dakota by 2 possessions. What an effort for the Yotes. Down 11 in the second half. They battled back and lead by 4, 85-81. NDSU is going to have to move quickly. Pass into Stefanowicz. He'll sprint ahead, works left, works inside, stops, fires the contested 3. Got it! Are you kidding? With 1.2 seconds to go, it's a 1-point game. Andy Stefanowicz drills a 3. It's not over yet, but it's a 1-point lead for the Yotes with 1.2 seconds to go. They'll check the clock. What a shot for Stefanowicz. My goodness. Boy, that free throw was important for Isaac Bruns. Now, if the Bison could get a takeaway and a quick score, they could win this thing. Otherwise, they have to foul immediately. Coyotes trying to earn a trip to a date with Omaha tomorrow night. 1-point lead for South Dakota, 85-84. See what the Yotes draw up. NDSU would love nothing more than a 5-second call. All 5 Coyote players are on the baseline. They will hand the ball to Paul Bruns. Bruns has the basketball. Trying to get the ball in. Still holding. He'll throw it in. Isaac Bruns races ahead, and South Dakota has done it! Isaac Bruns just drained it. Did that count? No, it did not. He just drained it as he got into the front court. South Dakota has come back and won this thing. They've stunned the Bison, 85-84. Coyotes down 11 in the second half. Stormed back and found a way to get a win. 85-84, and South Dakota is on to the Summit League Tournament semifinals, and the Yotes will party on tonight. NDSU had many opportunities in this game. They had the 11-point lead. Excuse me, but South Dakota would not be denied, and the Coyotes, Chase Forte, 27 points tonight. Isaac Bruns, 21. Those two just put this team on their back